And what it does before the people have their hair cut, that it sort of sits there, and it goes through people's hair, makes sure it's clean, and people are loving it.
Right, backtrack.
So it's a pet monkey. It's nothing to do with it getting a gig in an hairdresser's. It's a pet monkey.
It's not working at Monkey and Guy.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's in there. I think it might have started off as a job, and then.
So what does it say? It says junior £15, stylist £35, monkey £63.
So I didn't quite follow. It's in the jungle.
It was wandering about.
Right.
Maybe it did.
But it looks good. Its hair looks good. Someone thought, hang on.
But never ever. You see, people make that mistake with hairdressers anyway. I always say, well, if the hairdresser's got a good haircut, go to where he's going.
Right.
Right? Because that's what I thought when I read it about having a good haircut.
How often do you go to the hairdressers?
Well, not that much anymore. Sure. But I used to always think that.
Yeah.
You used to go to a bloke who told me had his shack on a railway bridge that used to shake when a train went over.
Yeah.
Because it was £2.
Yeah, but before that, I've never had that much luck with hairdressers. Before that was another place, and it was run by sort of, these sort of wannabe gangster type people.
Oh yeah.
But they'd, you'd go in
What
for
do you mean by
haircut.
wannabe gangsters?
Well, sort of just petty crime stuff. You'd go in for a haircut and then you'd walk out with a video recorder. Do you know what I mean?
You don't have to take it.
No, I know, but they'd sort of spend ages flogging you that whilst cutting your hair. It was their thing. It's like, right, sit down, you alright?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that for the weekend? What do you think of? Maybe a Sony.
Yeah. So that's when I stopped going there, because it was like, just want a haircut. I don't want to be hassled.
Which one said that you had the hair of a Chinaman?
It's the fella who works in a railway station haircut.
Well, he should know. And he's been around a bit, clearly, if he runs a shack next to a railway station.
So
can we just go back to Monkey News for a second?
So anyway, that's all, yeah.
I didn't quite follow why he's still his salon is in the jungle, or where is it?
No, he was doing what he does in the jungle, right?
Right.
He's walking about. He wanders into the hairdressers.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have him on as a job straight away. He was just there.
He was
He
training,
said, "This is
yeah.
nice." He's sat there picking the nits. And
Carl, I don't know where to start.
Then
it's just it's the embellishment. You don't walk in. He walks from a jungle to an hairdresser's. I mean, you're an idiot. You really are. I'd love to see you try and get a job in an hairdresser. If there was another monkey up for it, you'd never get a job.
So he was good at that. People said this is relaxing. Apparently he had really nice hands, soothing, right, on people's heads. They said, let's put him on the payroll. So
let's put him on the payroll. What do you mean?
No, I'll give you that.
Okay, this is the news item, is it? Customers are queuing up to have their hair done at the salon in the jungle by a monkey. Judy, a pig-tailed macaque, has a reputation as the best exterminator of headlights in Kong King. She is so good, some customers fall asleep under her gentle touch. Regular Amporon Shakema said, Judy's hands are so soft and gentle, I really feel I can relax.
But you know that is doing what it does naturally. It's looking for like salt and stuff in the hair.
Yeah.
And nits. It's not on the payroll. It doesn't complain about when it gets deducted at national insurance.
It's not part of the union.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But a good monkey news, backed up with good tabloid journalism.
With solid evidence then.
So
now I think we should start marking the monkey news, Rick. I don't know what you think. Giving it marks out of 10 maybe. For both interest and validity.
Well, for interest, I'll give it 7. For Karl believing that there was something to this monkey, thinking it had a job and getting paid.
That it was also doing kind of perms
2
and colouring.
2.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Again, ridiculous.
More monkey news next week. Hopefully they should hear that jingle again.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news. Peace Train. Isn't that brilliant? Cat Stevens. Now, well, I've sort of enjoyed the last sort of hour or so after the disappointment of the Sonys. I think we are going to give up, to be honest. Do another week and then shoot off.
Yeah, knock it on the head.
Okay, we were doing it for a laugh anyway. But
if they're not going to reward us for that, then
do you know what I mean? But I'll tell you what could. But what about this, Karl? Can you find out who was on the panel? Can you?
But what difference does it make?
Well, I want you to interview. I want you to phone them up and I want to tell them why they didn't think our show was.
Yeah, let them explain themselves.
Just explain themselves. They've got to stand by their convictions. Find them all, track them down. There's probably about 300.
What do you expect then?
I want to tell the truth.
No, you're right. The monkey news should have, done the job for you.
I just want people. I don't want to sit in a room and hide. I want the 3 people on the panel. I'll find them out to say we didn't vote for you because we thought it was shoddy, amateurish, annoying. There was too much swearing. I'll go. Fair enough. Well done, mate. You. We didn't vote for you because Karl's voice is an irritant. Okay. Well done, mate. You're all right. We didn't vote for you because Gervais, you're a fat, useless git who understands nothing about broadcasting. And you make Steve something. Yeah. And I go, right. I'm not so happy with that, but at least you told the truth. But get them on the phone. Find out from Andrew.
I noticed none of them have mentioned me, which is good.
I know.
Yeah. They're pretty good.
Yeah. They probably all love Steve.
No one likes to pick on an invalid. So, do you know what I mean?
We got a player request here for what's her name? Don't believe it's Sonia, who's 18 today. We couldn't find William. It was really nothing wordsmith because whoever is in charge of the library, they probably won't award for it. But she didn't ask for 4 non-blondes, so I found There Is a Light by the Smiths. So a week to go.
Blown and out of time. They're joking, there's 2 hours to go. On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. A new leaf, bit of a blow at the Sonys. Not like that. I mean, we were taken aback.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. We've got guests. Jonathan Ross won, and he has guests, so we can have guests in. One of which is sort of a tie-in. He's going to explain himself. It's Dr. Fox, Dr. Neil Fox, popped in for a chat. It's a pre-record, we've got that. Although live in the second hour, we're going to have a chat to the girls from Tattoo, who are upstairs at the moment in Capital, and they're going to pop down and have a little chat with us. So we're really trying to, make this more of an interactive show. We don't know yet whether we're going to give up or not. It depends how this show goes. Look forward to that. But we've got some great. We went down to the big library, so we don't have to rely on 4 non-blondes and the 2 jam tracks that are up here. We went down to the big library, and we've got some great tracks, Steve, haven't we? We've got some classics. Should we play one now?
Well, before that, I just remember that some of the criticism we received, I think, was that we're perhaps not taking into consideration the listeners. A lot of radio shows, they cater very much to the community, to the area which they're broadcasting. They interact with the listenership.
Where's the fun in that?
I agree.
Well, for me, really.
I'd just like to justify why we don't tend to correspond or interact with the listeners. Here's a typical email from Vicky, age 25. She asks, do you ski? Rick, that's her question.
No, I
do you ski, yes or no?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Right, there you are. Thanks, Vic. Brilliant. Keep those coming in.
See, he's turned them against us, Karl. What do you think, Karl? What do you think of Steve's attitude there?
It's alright.
More insight like that coming later.
Black Great, Kelly's Heroes, next FM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, okay? Proper radio. As you know, we're a bit gutted that we won nothing at the Sony Awards. We found out that on the panel was Dr. Fox, probably one of the greatest DJs in the world.
One of the great living broadcasters.
I certainly think that he's up there, with Tarrant, John Coleman. And so... Chris Moss. We asked him to. He's also on the Pop Idol panel, so he can make and break people. So we asked him basically to explain himself. Why did we win nothing? Why were we so bad? This is what he had to say.
The award, guys, was called the Entertainment Award. Right now, in itself, I think that should probably tell you something about what should be on the tape. There should be some entertainment, and it just wasn't very entertaining. actually. I don't mean that sounds quite horrible sitting here in front of you now, but it just wasn't very entertaining.
But fundamentally, what elements did you not find entertaining?
The fact that it didn't seem to entertain me at all was part of it. I mean, it's a bit of like how long's a piece of string, isn't it? What is entertaining?
We have talked about string on the show before, though.
Then there were loads of people I'd never heard of in my life, and some of those were perhaps a bit more entertaining than you. The people that got silver, I think they were called Joe and Twiggy. They worked for a station in the Midlands, I think Trent FM. They were actually pretty funny.
Funnier than ours stuff.
Yeah, Yeah, they were actually. Yeah, they were funny, and they seem to sort of understand their local. They seem to understand their market a bit more. And then I got onto yours. I think, oh, great, Ricky Gervais. Yeah, he's really funny in that program, isn't he? I must watch that. I'm going to absolutely die laughing here. And oh God, it was painful.
How would you have improved it, just listening?
Bit of humour, be quite good. Bit of humour, essential, I would think, to an entertainment show. A bit of prep, a bit so get in there and actually think about what it's going to do, perhaps.
Right, okay.
Well, thank you, Dr. Fox, for your honesty. We've got to the bottom. While you're here, can I just show you this? That lump. Do you still do prescriptions?
Dr. Fox there.
He was,
He was honest, he was blunt.
He was blunt,
I'd like a second opinion. I'm only joking. He's not actually a doctor. In fact, he used to be called Dr. Fox, and now he just calls himself Neil Fox. I think he's been struck off.
No, he's Neil Fox, MD.
Right.
He's just.
I wondered if there was some malpractice that something happened.
We
someone
can't.
was under, and he sort of, went a little bit
Let's
crazy.
leave it there. Because Froggy will not take that lightly.
Who?
Froggy.
What do you mean, Froggy?
He's Dr. Frog now. He's changed it to Fox.
Right.
He hated Fox.
But are we going to heed his criticism? Because it was about, there was no preparation, we weren't funny, fair enough.
Yeah.
There was just really no content.
We didn't care about
the show.
The demographic we were meant to be aiming at.
Just sounds like a lot of work, all that.
Well, I think what we can do is we can take it all on board and immediately forget it and carry on because it's easier. What about that?
Brilliant.
I'll tell you what we could do though. Play some bloody great tunes.
Thanks very much.
Athlete, you got the style on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, innit? Alright?
Brilliant.
Well, the funny thing was, the day of the Sonys, the radar figures came out. That's the body that tells exactly how many listeners you've got, etc. And XFM went down a little bit, across the board. Except one show, Steve, that went up 34%.
Keep talking.
Well, what show do you think that was?
I'm trying to think, would it be Zoe Bourne? No. Would it be Christian Connell Breakfast Show?
No. It was this little mother of a show.
Really? Up 34%?
Yeah, everything else went down. We went up 34%.
Yeah.
So maybe Dr. Fox should be listening to those figures. Yeah, will we get a pay rise? Will we get a 34% pay rise, Carl?
Ooh, up to £80 a month.
Because for the last 2 years there's been nothing now. You've still been getting the same money, haven't you? That's the way it works.
There's been what then?
You're not paid per listener, are you? It's just, you know what I mean?
It seems like it.
I think they've been giving us 5 pence.
Exactly.
I went along to, I came in from the presenters meetings I've never been to before, a presenters meet, I didn't know they existed, and I just came in to annoy Carl. It was about 5 to 6, so I was going to get him as he knocked off.
Sorry, and the presenters meeting is what? That's where they dish out which amusing news stories they're going to read out, is it?
Yeah, no, what order they're going to play, Athlete, Coldplay, the Vines. And I went upstairs, all the people there, and quite interesting, wasn't it, Carl?
Yeah.
You know why the figures went down a little bit?
Go on.
The war.
Is that what they said?
The war, yeah. At one point, I said to Carl, just how many listeners died in this war? Because I thought he was saying that they were at the front.
Yeah.
Or XLM listeners went, well, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going to Iraq.
Well, the reason our listenership
Tell Zoe to tape it for me.
The reason our listenership went up is that just tells you who's listening to us. Cowards, yellow bellies, children, women,
people with fallen arches,
terrorists.
Oh dear. Yeah, I didn't. It was quite a good meeting. Now I saw some.
So what exactly? Is there anything I missed out on?
No. They just, it went down a little bit. Except our show, which went up 34%.
Up 34%.
Yeah.
No awards.
Remember that? And then you went out. You went out afterwards, didn't you?
Yeah. We went to a bar to a couple of drinks and that.
Yeah.
And then a few of them went onto Stringfellas.
No, they didn't.
Well, some of them did. Zoe
Who?
did. Zoe and a few of the office people and that.
Stringfellows.
Yeah.
To what? To watch lap dancing? To beat what?
Yeah, that's what goes on there, isn't it? I know, it's mad, isn't it?
I've never been to Stringfellows. I don't know what happens.
But no. Why would they?
I don't know. I mean, I was talking to people about it the day after, and they said, "Oh, you missed out." I said, "Well, did I?" So how does it work? They said, "Well, you pay."
Never quite understood lap dancing. Never quite understood it. It's basically someone dancing naked, rubbing their arse in your face.
Yeah.
That's basically the gist of it, is it?
But you can't. The rules is you can't touch.
Do they do a home service?
I just think it's nearly. I've got to be careful what I say here, but it's sort of, I'm dissing Stringfellows or anything, but is that not sort of like one step down from prostitution?
That's such an antiquated. What are you from the 19th century?
No, but I mean, what? It's like it's. Well, I don't quite understand it. I
don't get it. I don't get it. Because the thing is, I said, how does it work? They said, you pay 20 quid, you get some clean money, sort of like little vouchers that you stick in the knickers or whatever.
Oh, God.
Clean money?
Yeah.
Disinfected money, okay.
Well, just like vouchers.
Can you put loose change in there? Because I got a lot of that.
But,
I owe you.
Yeah, go on. 20 quid it is.
Right.
And I just don't get it, because, I mean, I'm not tight with money or anything, but
no.
You pay your 20 quid, they dance in front of you, but you're not allowed to touch, which to me is like going to a restaurant, ordering a nice big warm dinner, and they put it in front of you, and it's like, well, you can't eat it, and you say, but it's going cold.
I love the idea of some bloke sitting in Stringfellows, businessman, right? It's paid £20. There's an arse waving in his face, and he's going, "Can I not just?" They go, "Don't." So he goes, "It's going cold. Look at it. It's going cold." Oh, that is brilliant. It's going cold. I mean, see, Karl in the week was saying that he doesn't like sayings and phrases and metaphor and analogy, and I was going, and he thinks it's sort of like, one step away from poetry. But he comes out with the most evocative phrases. That is a straightforward analogy. Lap dancing is like being given a meal that you can't eat. See, that's great. That's how you saw it, and that's so much better than saying it's mad you can't touch or it's a waste. Or do you see what I mean? We were trying to inflame his enthusiasm in the week, and I said about different phrases, and he goes, "Well, why not just say the actual words?" I was going, "Well, it's more poetic." And I told him the Isaac Newton one. If I have seen further than any other man, it's because I've stood on the shoulders of giants. And I said, well, that's because, he's saying, I'm getting lauded for being this great scientist and all these discoveries and being a genius, but I'm saying, if it wasn't for those scholars before me that had come up with what they come up with, I wouldn't have got this far. Karl went, what did you say?
I just said, well, I prefer him to give me a name check. Do you know what I mean, though? If he stood there and he's saying how good everything is, don't just class me, don't sort of put me in with a load of other people. Give me a mention.
If you were one of the other scholars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there were probably people that died sort of years before him. I think he's saying more that he's thanking the body of work these scientists and these great men had handed down, through either books, material, teachings.
He's not giving a big shout out to the collective science posse.
Yeah. Thank you. Actually, I copied Nigel's. He's not saying that. I was like earwigging. I heard what Nigel said about it, about the third law. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I look into sayings and stuff
a
lot more and see if they work. Well, one that happened a couple of weeks ago, right? You were talking about you can't have your cake and eat it. Is that what you said?
Well, I never understood that, because I thought, well, what's the point of having your cake and not eating it, rather like your lap dancing analogy? But it actually means you can't have eaten your cake and still have it there, obviously.
Exactly.
Well, the time that I saw that saying work, right, I was in Asda with Suzanne, and you know those big binders you get with nice cakes in them?
Yeah.
For birthdays and that, you can get one with like David Beckham on the front of it.
Yeah.
You can have one with, Thomas the Tank Engine, if you want.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, you can have one of them. And I saw one of those comedy ones where it is like a big pair of breasts.
Yeah.
And that is when, you can have your cake and eat tit.
Play record.
No, but you see
Play
what I'm
record.
saying?
Play record. I want to talk to you about it. About pants. Placebo. This picture with the androgynous vocal talents at the helm there of Brian Moloko on XFM 104.9.
Informed
Yeah.
broadcasting.
Excellent.
Did you see, I don't know if Carl saw it, I know you watched it, Rick, the Extraordinary, it was a Sky One TV show the other night. It was something like reality TV.
Oh, yeah,
I think it was called, yeah.
Excellent.
And it was about basically what the
I
fortunes of various...
cannot get enough of it.
The fortunes of various reality TV stars since they've come out of the show. Christine Hamilton coming out of the jungle. And obviously, once again, always a pleasure to find out what Fats Waller is up to, Rick Waller. I mean,
he's in a band now.
He's got his own band. He was playing in some club in Rochester. There was about 20
It's sort of
people
gospel,
in the
sort of
audience.
gospel rock, that sort of soul gospel rock thing, like something you see in the Commitments or something. And
The
when it cut
leather-
to the audience, it was like it was in Butlins. It was just a big dance floor, and there was just people that watched it differently. And you went, the people that were here loved it. I mean, it's a bit
And
sad.
I have to say,
I know.
the size of the man, his leather jacket, Carl, was extraordinary. I don't know how many animals had to die to make it. It was like, it was.
It looked like, if
unbelievable.
he'd have fallen off, it'd have been like the Hindenburg.
Yeah.
Because
It was like a Zeppelin.
oh,
It
the
was-
humanity. There's people.
I still think, when I see him wearing a coat like that, it looks like he is stood on the shoulders of two other people. It's
Yeah.
just a joke. It's just like a circus act or something.
Yeah.
Because his head doesn't make sense.
Looks like it's one of those things that you steam yourself in. You put your head like that. Is that a machine you're in? No, it's a
Or one
coat.
of those old-fashioned iron lungs.
Oh dear. There
but
were some
he's-
magic moments.
But there was a great, because once again, I mean, I missed a lot of the first series of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, but it
Brilliant.
showed once again the moment with Darren Day. Darren Day, lovely guy, but that moment where he went off and sat on a rock and came back and he'd written a song,
I know.
which he just, and I can't, it was also things like, I'm in a hotel room in another
I
town.
know. Don't.
And it was like something you'd write when you were 14. It was unbelievable. They showed it again. It's just stunning.
I love songs you write when you're 14. It's like your first sort of like song where you know 3 chords, and it's always stuff like, there's a man, he's a lonely man. Take a look at him, he looks a bit like me.
Yeah.
It is me. It's that sort of thing, like we want to play it to someone and you want them to go, my God, you're deep.
Yeah.
My God, you're brilliant, aren't you? And that's about you, is it? Oh, yeah, it is, yeah.
I have to say, this is such a terrible confession. When I was doing a school play once, when I was about that age, 15, right, there was a girl who was in the cast with me, right, and she sort of, she was giving me the eye. I was thinking, yeah. Well, I kind of thought she was, right? And there was,
It was class.
But there was another guy there as well. I was sort of competing for her affections.
Oh, no.
And he was quite a witty guy.
His name was Scott Hansen, he had long blonde hair.
Exactly, yeah. And I thought, well, the way to impress her, because I was 15 or whatever, I thought I was pretty smart. I sat in one of the adjoining dressing rooms reading a copy of the philosophical book Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, which I didn't understand, but which I sat there reading it in the hope that she would walk in and think, my God, you're reading Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
You don't go with the crowd. You don't want to come next door where we're talking about nonsense and people are flirting.
Talking about the bangles.
Yeah,
and curly whirlies.
You're in here saying, look, just if you want to come and talk to me, you're welcome. But I'm not.
I'm a thinker.
I bet you thought you were Kwai Chang Kane, didn't you?
I thought it was like she'd think, Jesus Christ, I've never met anyone like him.
That is genius.
And she I remember the one time she accidentally walked in, she went, oh, sorry, wrong room, and left again. And that was it.
Sorry, at 15. So this is about the time you took to wearing a bow tie to
I
impress
slightly
people.
wearing a bow tie.
I love that.
No, I used to watch a lot of Harold Lloyd films. And he always seemed to do very well.
I love the idea of at 15 you going, well, it's time I went to wooing. Right. Right, on with the bow tie, there's the Zen.
Where's the pipe and my bow turn?
It's a time I got me a bow.
Yeah.
I love that. But songs are great as well. The other thing you do, sort of when you're up 15, 16, is start writing songs about, like, the world's trying to take a piece of me. Hey, you think I'm going down? I'm coming back. I'm against the ropes.
Yeah.
They try to drag me down. It's like you want to be cool and I'm Luke. Yeah. They put me in this emotional prison.
The man's on my back. Who?
Yeah. They try and take a piece of me. Who do? Well,
You're 14.
Parents and that, don't they?
You're
So
really comprehensive.
the teachers, yeah. I absolutely love it. I still remember a poem, I'll not say his name, we're about 14, 15, and we had to write a poem, and obviously everyone's was pretty rubbish, but we mercilessly took the piss out of this bloke because I still remember the poem, and how he did it is he went through a dictionary and found things with that, and this is a poem, right? Okay, remember? I've remembered this for 25 years, right? The reason why I had to die. Did I bleed the blood of greed? What was my destiny? And when we hear this, we were laughing. I mean, for a year, we would go, what was my destiny? It was just great. The reason why I had to die. Did I bleed the blood of greed? What was my destiny?
That's almost as catchy as Monkey News.
Oh, God! Oh, I've got some monkey news for you. Let's play a record and come back, and I've got some great monkey news for you, Carl.
That's from the R.E.M. album that people tend to forget about now because it was so kind of poppy and such a massive hit out of time, but there are some good tunes on it. And there's one of them, Near Wild Heaven.
Excellent, on XFM 104.9. Carl, watching a programme yesterday, and it was about these Japanese snow monkeys. And it was all about how animals learn things that aren't instinctive, particularly sort of primates, because they see other people doing it, and they start a culture. And they can pinpoint when one monkey first went down and got in the hot water springs and stayed there because it was hot, and the others copied them, and now it's part of almost a culture, you know, that won't be handed on because it's not instinctive, but has to be learned each time. And they groom as normal like other monkeys, right? But they're really intelligent, and obviously the reason they groom other monkeys is because they eat the mites. But also, the monkeys have learned they like being groomed, okay? So they showed this one monkey, it went to a deer, okay, and it was grooming this deer to get its mite off it, right? But then it didn't eat it, it held it in its hand, it went over to a monkey, put the mite on itself to show the monkey it had a mite, and got a free grooming.
That's extraordinary.
That's extraordinary, because it gave up the food, knowing that if you put one there, this monkey would look for mites on it, and it would get a free grooming, and it was like having a little massage. What do you think of that?
It's not bad. I've got some better stuff coming up later.
On Monkey News, on the official.
Yeah, do you see what mine though? Mine's true.
I mean, that's an interesting and extraordinary...
It actually happens. It's social behaviour amongst primates. So I saw it. It was, you know...
Did it rob a bank at any time?
It didn't rob a bank, and it didn't open a hairdresser's.
So that's what you're letting me... That's what you're letting me...
It's not quite good enough, is it, my monkey news?
No, I've got some...
See the difference where I named the species, explained it slightly, told you this was fat, as opposed to there's this monkey, right? And
look at him looking at you.
Yeah,
he's not interested really. Can I tell you now? Can I try and describe for people the face that Karl has? I'll tell you what it's like. It's like if you draw some eyes, a nose and a mouth on a balloon and then inflate it to about half full. That's what Karl's face looks like. That's what his head looks like. He looks like a face you've drawn on a balloon. Very small, the rest of the head huge.
It's just that today I'm a bit tired, right? That's one thing.
Why are you a bit tired?
I just haven't been sleeping, right?
Why not?
I don't know. I've got a lot going on in my head.
Oh, if this would be like The Simpsons, if we could actually look in there, there would be two monkeys grooming you.
Plus, you've been talking about like stuff that I can't relate to and that. So
I'm writing poetry?
Like what?
Reading books.
Yeah,
what?
Doing poetry and stuff. I never did any of that.
What did you do?
Well, at school they didn't bother. They tried to get us to write more, right?
Right.
By
give you a pen?
Well, they used to give us these school diaries.
Yeah.
Little red book, and it was a way that they kept an eye on what you were doing out of school hours.
Right.
So some kids would write down, you know,
stole a bike,
burnt the house down.
Yeah.
But when I was at school, around that sort of 12 age, I didn't get up to much. You have no money. There's nothing you can do. So every night it was the same thing. I'd get home, and I'd have to go to the shop, right, and get some potatoes and some bread every night, right. And I kept taking this into school.
Sorry, what was it? Dublin in the 17th century? What do you mean every day you went to the shops and got potatoes and bread?
That's kind of what I had to get all the time. That's what we had.
Why? What did you have? Chip sandwiches?
Right, so you went to you went there.
So I kept
With your hoop
putting
and
that.
stick.
I kept putting that in the diary, every night saying went to Gervais. That was the name of the shop.
What is it called?
Gervais.
What is it, you or you?
Like H-U-G-H.
H-U-G-H, yeah. Oh, that was his name?
Gervais, right? Used to go there, get the potatoes and bread and that.
I have to find someone who's named the shop after themselves. I'm not going to say what they sell. It's named after me or nothing, or I'm not opening.
Mainly potatoes and bread. White sliced loaves, King Edward's.
And the teacher used to always say, just write something different in there, make something up. Because Monday, Tuesday, all the way through to Friday, every night it was just, went to Gervais.
So you sort of...
Are you sure it wasn't an advert? Sure it wasn't paying you to say, get my name in the book?
The only time that it changed, and she said, oh, that's made it a bit more interesting, was when it was my birthday and I had to buy a cake.
Potatoes and a cake.
And she said, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That was my 13th birthday. My mum said, I got home from school, she said, oh, you're 13 today. Teenager, big turnover. Go and get a cake.
That's your experience of writing?
No, that's your experience of your 13th birthday. Oh, by the way, you're 13 today, go and get a cake.
Yeah.
Brilliant, big surprise? Was it a big surprise? yeah, that is brilliant. I love it.
That's the only sort of writing.
What, and they never asked you to write essays or stories?
Did you never write a story or a poem or
The stories I did earlier on were, you made them up, but it was that thing that I'd always end them with, and an alarm went off and it was all a dream.
Every single one of them?
Yeah. But they didn't, I mean, it was a bit of a...
I want some potatoes and some bread.
Then I went to shop some more potatoes and bread. But did you ever do anything to write about an adventure when you were a spaceman, or you were you were a cowboy, or no?
All the teachers had scams going on. So in English, right, you'd go in there and the teacher would say, right, what we're doing today is got a load of brochures from Thomson, but they say 1983 on the front. So I've got a load of stickers here that say 1984. Let's see how many you can do in half an hour.
You are joking.
Did you go to school with Oliver Twist?
Sorry, you are joking.
I'm not, that's what they did. So the teacher must have been getting a freebie or something for helping them out. Honestly, yeah, that's what it was.
That is fantastic.
They were all at it.
Other than Mr. Fagan, you had...
Yeah. And then when they saw Karate Kid, they had every kid washing their car going, wax on, wax off, hurry up. Yeah. I'm teaching you something. Wax on, wax off, paint the fence.
So I'm just saying, that's why I'm a bit quiet, because you're talking about stuff I can't
relate to.
And why didn't you sleep last night?
I haven't slept well since I was about 12. Do you sleep well, Steve?
But wait, you can't let that go. I haven't slept well since I was 12. What do you mean?
Do you know, a proper... I used to love going to bed as a kid.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's am I going to sleep tonight? And I sort of wake up about 4 times. Right. Whereas when you're a kid, I remember really loving, going to bed. There was one time where I actually laughed myself to sleep because I couldn't believe me luck.
There's something wrong with it. What do you mean you laugh yourself?
I've never had it when you're really tired and you get in bed and the pillows feel
it's all cold. Yeah.
And it's I can't believe this.
Yeah.
And it happened twice. Once when I just went to bed and I was really looking forward to it, and also when I helped my dad out once, through the night. He worked at this paper company, right? And I helped him out, and I got in at about 4 a.m. with him. Got in bed, and I just was I was laughing my head off. I had to put the pillow over my head because I couldn't believe me luck. I was oh, this is great. I'm going to sleep.
I just have to say, life up north is so extraordinary.
No, but you must be the easiest kid in the world to please. No wonder she knew she could just go get a cake. It's sort of what was he expecting her to say? He were expecting an extra hour in bed, but we got him cake as well.
Go to bed without any supper. Brilliant.
Brilliant, yeah. Your own bed. How long was it before you got your... What did you used to do before? Just some straw in the corner?
No, it's just that thing of when you're really tired and...
And do you ever do this with Suzanne, then? Do you ever laugh yourself to sleep with her?
No, that's what I mean.
She can't sleep because you're chuckling away.
I don't know what's up with me. I've got a lot going on.
What do you mean you've got a lot going on?
I don't know. I was talking to the security bloke before saying, do you sleep? Have you got much going on in your head and stuff? And I don't know.
He wasn't insulted by that, I'm sure. Going up to someone and going, have you got a lot going on in your head? That is brilliant.
It worries me. It's interesting that your lack of sleep coincides with the diaries and the writing of the bread and potato story every day. I don't know if once you had that responsibility.
Why don't you every night go to Gervais, get some bread and potatoes, you don't have to eat them, then go to bed, and I think you'll be chuckling yourself to sleep in no time. I'm stunned at Karl's rudeness, okay? That's badly drawn boy, by the way, or possibly it is. There's a lovely chap, just calls in, saying about sounds, and Karl, because the record's ended, he doesn't say, oh, I've got to go to the record's ended. He went, yeah. And he, so...
Cut him off.
Well, just check he's still there.
He doesn't want to be on radio. He said he doesn't want to be on the radio, but I think he should apologise.
I'm still here, hello?
Hello.
Alright.
I'm still here. I did ask nothing to put live on radio because I get very embarrassed.
No, don't worry. All we wanted to do is just wanted to apologise for Karl's curtness and his rudeness.
Now, all I want to say is the station is good because you couldn't have a worse slot on a Saturday afternoon, right? Because the youngsters are in the boozers, the older fellas are doing the punting, the racing, the football and whatever. The thing is, the state you play, if you want to get number one...
This is XFM, not Radio 2.
If you want to be the top, all you got to do is start playing Natalia Unbreakable and this and that, and have your audience with one puke head, 3 or 4 legs, okay?
Thank you.
Now, that's why you want to go live on radio. But you are, when Christian got a little bit sick about being 13, then he got to go, whatever. You're the soundest station in the area, you cover, I don't like all the stuff you play, the station plays, but you're actually doing what's there.
Thank you very much.
You keep going, persevere, and you'll make it's well worth listening to anyway, okay?
Thank you, cheers.
Otherwise you would...
Can you hear us?
Thank you, bye.
Yes, sir, mate.
I mean, I can see why you cut him off.
No, stop it.
Man
right, we've had so many calls. Karl was getting annoyed, there were so many calls. And we've had suggestions from Ned saying talk about Jimmy Savile. John in North London. I've just got John in North London. What does he want to talk about? Oh, I've forgotten. Becca from Liverpool wants to talk about Tracy Emin and Damien Hirst. Paul Andrews, your mum called. Stop calling her, tell her to listen to XFM. Yes, you, Paul Andrews, is about 38, at home with your wife and kids. Your mum just called in. I think someone wanted amazing monkey facts. I can't even do this right, can I?
To be honest with you, last week we were slagging off Karl as being the weak link in the show. I think it's clear what the weak link is.
Oh God, who's the bloke who wants Hayley to go with him to X-Men? See, I shouldn't make notes.
What's wrong with you? If you didn't spend so much time squeezing his head and eating pies, we might get something done.
Right, okay then, what should we talk about then?
Right, play a record and we'll discuss this.
Tracy Emin, make your bed. Make your bed. Damien Hirst, stop cutting up sharks and things. Picasso. Alright?
Right, Rockbusters, what have you got for us, Karl?
Right. There we go then. 3 clues,
Dig
3
us out.
cryptic clues, couple of initials. Email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, win some stuff. Do you want to go through the stuff?
Yeah.
You get them.
You're definitely improving yourself as weeks go on. We've got a free CD set of the best of Inspiral Carpets. How they've strung that over 3 CDs, I've no idea.
Yeah, I know.
Extraordinary. A number of other CDs, all of which are okay, plus a T-shirt and a copy of Marion and Jeff Series 1 on DVD. Not bad at all, in an XFM bag.
Well, he's noticed X-Men 2 isn't there, because it's not out yet, but it is at the cinema, so I think Hayley should go with, what's his name?
Shut up!
Okay.
Right, go on, Karl.
Right, the clues are, clue 1. They're having problems.
This is...
Right, brilliant. Rockbusters. This is what we do.
I know. I tell you what, I think Foxy was really soft on us. I think he... Oh, go on.
This is what we're tuning for. Okay, so this is
Go on.
again.
So go on.
This is brilliant. Come on. This is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Come on, Karl. Don't worry about him. He doesn't understand radio, Karl. I heard his show before we had us. He was doing it. It sounded just like Dr. Fox.
Yeah.
Go on.
Clue 1. They're having problems. They haven't got any rice.
Say it again and say it like it's written down. Right. Say it like it's like you're reading it as opposed to making it up as you go along. I know you are, but say it again because all the ums and ahs people think are integral.
They're having problems.
Do it again.
They're having problems. They haven't got any rice left.
Different. A cryptic clue every word. That's the matter.
What's the initial?
CC.
CC, and the clue again.
They're having a few problems because they haven't got any rice left.
Different every time. Go on, that's number one.
Second one, the Geordie fella doesn't know what he's been charged for.
Okay, and what's the initials there?
BW. The Geordie fella doesn't know what he's being charged for.
Right.
And the final one, if he had 2 bricks and he had to throw them at 2 women, right?
Stop! Right, you've got to go through this without going. Right? Just do it again. Just say it again. Think what you're going to say, then say it.
I had 2 bricks.
It was if I had before.
Well, I've got to put...
Stop it a minute! Stop! Because I'm going to burst! Right, Carl, work out what you're going to say and say it! Right.
Okay, just calm down. We just everyone calm down.
Okay, right.
I had 2 bricks to throw at 2 women, and I didn't hit either of them.
Right, okay.
The initials MM. Right, so
Okay.
quickly again. They haven't got
I've
any rice.
got that! I've got that, and it's brilliant! That is a brilliant one!
Okay.
Right? They've run out of rice, they've got problems on their hands. CC, right? The second one, Geordie fella doesn't know what he's being charged for, right? BW, and I had 2 bricks to throw at 2 women, didn't hit any of them, right? That's MM. Email in, Ricky.Gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Brilliant, play a record.
Win some stuff.
It's email me, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
White Stripes, Seven Nation Army on XFM 104.9.
Carl, are you thinking of starting a family?
Only if, like, an accident happens or something.
Yeah. Were you there, Rick, when we were chatting about this the other day?
Oh, yeah, no.
What did you say,
Well,
Carl?
we were talking about his career and that, because he's on MTV, and I was going, you've got to do this now. He's going, look, if it happens, it happens. I've said to Sarah, if it happens, it happens. She goes, well, what are your plans? I go, same with Gervais. She said, are we going to have kids tonight? I go, look, if it happens, it happens. I go, well, how would it happen? He goes, if a condom splits.
Amazing. I love the idea that that's the way you plan for a child. Imagine telling them that. Where was I conceived? Can't remember. The condom split.
Yeah. You're an accident.
I love that. The romantic nature of that is
I was
just
told I was an
extraordinary.
accident, but, it doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but it doesn't
But
matter.
do many people sit down and say, right, do you think we should?
Yes.
Well, as they lay down.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
You can't sit down and get more time for that discussion.
No, it doesn't mean the conception. I think it means bringing up a child till it's 18.
But the thing is as well, it's one of them, isn't it? It's like, if you think about having one, you go, well, the sort of negatives, outweigh the positives,
Yeah.
I think. Right?
Go on.
But if you have one, you go, oh, it's not that bad, is it?
So what are the positives and what are the negatives?
Like I say, the negatives outweigh it. I can't think of that many positives. They get in the way, don't they? Mm-hmm.
Cost you a lot.
Costs a lot of money. Same with marriage. Like Suzanne's saying, we'll get married, so what for?
Well, marriage doesn't cost anything.
Well, it does.
Well, no, you go to the registry office and then buy a house.
But then what's the point?
Well, tax breaks, presents.
I don't think you get them anymore.
Do you?
I looked into that.
You are romantic. What do you want to have, a ring or a 3% saving? Oh, I love it. Well, I don't see the point anyway.
I got down on one knee and presented with some inland revenue forms.
Yeah.
Just to show the benefits.
That is great. I mean, if you are planning it, I think you've got to involve me and Steve in the radio station, because it'll be... I mean, you take quite a lot on, don't you? So if you've got a kid at home and you're not sleeping, you haven't slept since you were 12, you've got this, you've got MTV, you've got a kid, it might be one step too far, because I wouldn't want to push you over the edge.
Well,
Now, see, go on, sorry.
no, I just was going to say, I was talking to Suzanne last night about it and saying, about earning money and that, and she said, well, you're already sort of earn a little bit more than me. So, if you get loads of money, she said, I'd be happy staying at home and doing nothing, maybe looking after a kid. I said, oh, so that's not happening.
Right.
I said, I could have a load of money, now tucked away, I could have won some money and I wouldn't tell you. I still want sort of that check offer every month. Because I get a check offer to sort of pay the bills.
Yeah.
And I think you need to keep that in a relationship.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Work as a team.
Yeah, that's not working as a team.
Of course it is.
Well, no, you share everything. Sharing everything is working as a team.
Yeah.
Whether
Look,
you
you
earn most or
stashing
what
some 35 grand back.
It's not like you think that, oh no, I won the pools, but I give her half, she'll get lazy, she'll just sit around the house doing nought. So she's still got to go to work in a job she hates.
Yeah.
I tell you though, she thinks that it'd be the worst thing that could happen if we got a load of money. Because she'd want to go to Egypt, I'm not going.
Why does she want to go to Egypt?
I don't, that's what I said.
No, why would she? Why does she want to go to Egypt? She wins a lot of money.
She said it's meant to be pretty good.
So the incredible wonders of the pyramids and the Sphinx and so on, that's not of any interest to you?
I've seen it though on the telly and that. I don't want to go all that way just to see it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's.
Do you experience other cultures, other lifestyles, travel broadens the mind?
Well, you don't.
No, not really.
You've seen enough different ones here, haven't you? Yeah. There's parts of Wigan you haven't seen yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you don't want to make enough money. You don't want to make a lot of money because you're worried that Suzanne might want to go to Egypt.
And then that'll be.
No.
And that's
I
going to
don't
tell
want
you
to tell her that I'm making a lot of money. I can still tuck it away.
Right.
And what will you do with it? When you turn up in a big converted limo, goes da 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 da. Come on, we're going to bingo. Where'd you get the car from? Never thee mind. Right? Well, won't you be suspicious? When you've got a pet chimp. You know what I mean?
What are you? I mean, yeah. What would you spend it on? Is there nothing that you want for?
No, I've never. No, there's now at the moment. Honestly, it's I'm quite happy. Do you know what I mean? I don't ask for much.
But you're not happy. You're always whinging and moaning.
Always whinging.
Clearly, there's something wrong.
What if someone gave you? Okay, right. Let's be serious. We're not talking about billions, right? But if someone gave you a cash injection, just a one-off cash payment of £250,000, okay, what would you do with it? I mean, that's too easy because that should obviously be a house. That should be the best house you can find in London.
I'd probably want to go and see a tornado.
Right. That's on your list. Okay.
In many ways it's so sweet, but I want to shake him.
Can I just point out to you, Carl, I don't know if you know this, but if you get caught in a tornado, you do not whisk off into the magical land of Oz.
And land somewhere nice.
Yeah, and crush a witch.
Still in your rocking chair.
Yeah, it doesn't happen. It's quite dangerous. But you'd go and see a tornado, number one, fair enough. Number two?
What brochure is that in? That one?
It's Texas, isn't it?
Okay.
Number
two?
Texas.
So he's got tornado number one.
What brochure is that in?
Number
it's
two.
Texas, isn't it? It's Kansas, I think, mainly.
Well, I noticed someone's emailed here a link for, can you believe you luck, Carl? Monkeys for sale. Now, I don't endorse this in any way, but here you are. Here's a monkey for sale here.
Oh, that's terrible.
$2,500. It says male, very smart little guy, loves to play, gives kisses, wears diapers and clothes, has been around lots of people and loves them, healthy and loves to eat. Sounds like Ricky.
How much is that?
Well, it wasn't Carl, it says loves to be around people.
Yeah. There's a gibbon there. A gibbon for...
It's too pricey though. It's like that Donald McIntyre programme he did, that Cheap as Chimps programme.
He didn't do Cheap as Chimps. He didn't do a programme called Cheap as Chimps.
Saying that, but...
Well, he didn't. There's at no point did Donald McIntyre do a programme called... Play record a minute. Play record.
Sweet Home Alabama. Always worth a play, I think maybe once a month.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Carl, we're talking about having kids and stuff. I've always been quite thankful that Ricky's never wanted to have kids because I just think he would set the worst example for a child that he possibly could do. Just in conversation the other day, just happened to mention that he's taken to eating in the bath.
Yeah, well, let me explain something. Right. I've got busy schedules. Yeah. I get up, I meet Steve at a certain time, and I go, I've got to go at 3:30 today, Steve. I'm working out at 4. I work out 4 till 5. I have to have something to eat before I go out, and I can meet Johnny for a beer at 6 or something, or go somewhere. So I thought, oh God, if I go around and have a bath straight after it, then I have something to eat. I go, well, I've got, sometimes there's chicken legs, right, and they're greasy. So one day I thought, hold on, I'll go to the bath with the chicken legs, I'll eat them in the bath, and it's brilliant. So I'm sitting in the bath, I eat the chicken leg, it's really greasy, right? I just throw it in the bin, go under the water, come up, I'm clean. I've eaten, I'm clean, I get dressed, I go out and meet Johnny. I've lined my stomach, and the good thing about that is that when I come home, after a few beers, and I've eaten the chicken, I go, there's only bread left. I've got a lovely bread and dripping sandwich. That's not true, that bit. But I do eat in the bath. I mean, the second week of doing it, I was just eating in the bath. I think I was eating chicken legs again. I'm eating in the bath. Jane walked past, just looked in at me, and she went, Christ, Caligula.
Well,
just me, a fat Roman emperor eating.
Caligula, to be honest, is just too cool and impressive. Not Caligula, old man Steptoe. Have you seen the one where he's in the bath eating pickled onions?
No.
He sat in the bath, he literally sat in the bath, eating some pickled onions. Some of them slip under the water, he fishes them out, put them back in the jar.
I'd never do that.
No, you'd eat them. You wouldn't let food fall like that.
But it's
the fat, it's chicken, it's big, greasy slabs of chicken.
Yeah.
You're throwing the bones on the floor.
No, I'm
for the wolves to scavenge.
Stop biting your nails, Carl. Not only can you hear it, it's really rude.
I don't know, what? Yeah, you're criticising him?
Yeah.
Criticising him for biting his nails?
Yeah, you don't know where they've been.
You eat chicken in the bath and then go under the water and come up clean while sat in some water swimming with grease and fat and chicken bones
and
breadcrumbs.
Well, I like to bath. I like to bath like 2 or 3 times a day.
But do you not see why that's not cool and impressive? It's not like we're all going to go, why haven't we all thought of that?
To be honest though, Steve, that is the only time I eat oranges.
I know what you mean. Yeah, that's, I've always thought that, an orange, I go, oh god, this is too annoying, and I don't bother eating oranges, unless they're tangerines, you can peel them in one and put them in one. I don't have big jaffas, it's not worth it.
What is wrong with you? Firstly, have you ever thought about cutting an orange into 4 quarters with a knife?
Waste.
What do you mean a waste?
More washing up.
Yeah, right, so this is what this is why you can't sleep at night. Because you're thinking, I've got to run a bath and have an orange. I haven't got time. I don't have an orange now, I need the vitamin C, but I've got to run a bath for it. At least have a shower. I'm going to be in there with another man.
Oh,
it's
dear.
like, the two of you are just, you are like children. You're infants. Your mentality is ludicrous. And you're embarrassing us in front of our special guests.
Oh, yeah.
Now, of course, last week
we've had
a number of letters, Rick. I'm just reading them now. Saying, last week, loved your interview with Chris Martin from Coldplay.
Yeah.
Genius. Another one here. Great insight into the man who wrote Yellow and Clocks.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Steve Merchant's interview with Chris Martin was amazing. He showed his own TV show.
Yeah.
Just some of the letters we've received, Rick.
Yeah.
So this week, we're very lucky to have with us Russian pop act Tattoo, round of applause for them. Lovely to have them here. Tattoo. Now then, of course, there's been much controversy that your kind of lesbian shtick is just something to try and whip up some press attention.
We are proper lesbians. We love fanny more than cock.
Okay. Brilliant. And Tattoo, lovely to have you here. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Now then, you've got some live gigs, I understand, planned.
Yeah. Duh.
Okay. I can't help but notice that you sound, dare I say it, Tattoo, you don't sound so much Russian as German.
No, we cannot do the accent properly.
Okay. And Tattoo, it's a joy to have you here. Thanks for coming down. And finally, your lesbians would, for instance, either myself or Carl be able to convert you from your lesbian ways?
We like the move so much that the knob is no good for us.
All right, well, thanks very much, Tattoo.
Yeah, thanks, Tattoo. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Next
week, share.
Brilliant. So if you've got any guests, special guests you'd love us to interview, then let us know. Ricky.Gervais@xfm.co.uk. And we'll try and get there.
Oh, dear. Play with the plan.
Rockbusters answers next.
I was going to say, well, do you want to do that?
No, let's do it next. After the record.
What
What are you going to say?
about gays and that?
What were you going to say? Oh, we'll look forward to that.
Martina Topley Bird. Need one on XFM 104.9. Right, there goes the girls from Tattoo. See you later. Well
Thanks,
done.
girls.
Cheers.
Right,
Carl, what were you saying before we cut you off?
Yeah, it's just like, you had the girls in and that, and it reminded me, I was talking to Steve in the week.
Yeah.
I think it's when people were talking about going out to string fellas and that.
Yeah.
I was talking about seeing naked people.
Yes, I asked him, I said, when he used to watch, say, if he accidentally flipped on BBC Two and some ballet was on, Would his eye ever been drawn to maybe the gentleman's lower regions rather than the ladies?
The gentleman's package.
Yeah, would your eyes ever be accidentally drawn to that and you couldn't resist it? And you said yes.
Yeah, because, right,
Oh,
and I don't
dear.
think I'm...
Oh dear.
Well, go on, I mean, fair enough.
No, right.
I'm always looking at the beautiful ladies, but fair enough.
Yeah,
No, go on.
but, right,
Have you ever looked at Wayne Sleep's testicles?
I went out...
Have you ever looked at Wayne Sleep's penis and testicles?
I went out on a night out, right, and it was some... it got to some point in the night where 2 women and 2 fellas got on the stage.
Right.
Started stripping off.
Yes.
Just what members of the audience?
No, I think they were like part of the act, right?
Right.
And
What was this, panto?
they downed, the fellas had like their undies on, and the girls just had their knickers on.
Yeah.
Right. And
Sounds pretty erotic at the moment. Go on.
and at the same time, they all whipped their pants off.
Yes.
Right.
It was
Now-
Bucks Fizz, wasn't it? The adult show.
Now I said to Steve, at that point,
Sorry, I wasn't there. He said it to me later.
yeah.
I said, well, you have a quick glance at the fellas, and then the annoying thing was, I thought, right, now I'll have a look at the women, and it was too late. They put the knickers on.
How long were you looking at the fellas?
Not that long, but
But
it
why
was
were you
like-
looking at them first?
That's human nature, isn't it?
Why?
I don't know, but I'm sure you would have done the same thing. You just
Why?
sort of think, well, how are they shaping up?
So
I
it's
don't
a
want shaping up at
comparative
all.
test.
So who had the biggest knob? Which one of the blokes had the biggest knob?
No, it's like, normal. But that's
This
all.
is a whole new side of you.
This is a whole other area.
So you look at ballet dancers, you look at the gentleman's.
No, I don't.
package.
I just was, when he said this, it reminded me of this night when I was walking home thinking, didn't get a look. Because I was messing
Where
around.
was this? What event was this where people are stripping off?
Carl, I tell you what, you are the most interesting man I have ever met.
But are you comfortable being nude and that?
We've done this. Well, I don't know what this is. We did this last week about are you comfortable being nude?
No,
think
I know, I was talking
you're probably
about that.
most comfortable being nude. It's just probably not in public.
Well, Ricky's only really comfortable nude when he's eating.
yeah. There's nothing to get,
Yeah, you can just wipe
spilt
yourself
on it.
down.
Yeah, you just sit in the park. Yeah.
No, but I've talked about that, and then when I went home, I was talking to Suzanne about it, and she said, "What's all that about? You don't like being nude, right?" And I thought, it's not.
It's like I'm part of an Alan Bennett play. It's just, I love the way you talk.
Remember once, right? I don't know if I should talk about this really, but
Well, that means you should, so go on.
Go on.
oh yeah, right. We went to Tenerife, right, one year, and I was still living in
I'm
Manchester.
scared now.
Yeah,
I don't know why you said that. I'm
No,
actually
I'm just
scared.
I'm thinking about Suzanne, but she's
Well,
working.
I don't want to know anything about Suzanne,
Come
to be
on, no,
honest.
but
If
come on,
it's-
It
Go on.
involves me more.
Let's
Go
hear
on,
the story.
go
But
on.
I'm just explaining to you that I don't like being nude.
Yeah.
Go on.
So you're in Tenerife.
In Tenerife, right, didn't have much money, stayed in this apartment that wasn't that nice, right, had the cockroaches in it and stuff, right. Didn't have much money to go out at night. So we're in this sort of death trap of an apartment, right. Anyway, so when I was younger, right, had a bit more energy. So,
He's 30.
I know.
so start having it away a bit.
It's a joy.
Beautiful.
It's
So,
good,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's a word. I love it. Go on.
Right, so, doing what I do, right?
Yeah.
Someone starts banging on the door. So Suzanne
Everyone's
says,
at it. Right, so you're knocking on the door. Right, okay.
knocking on the door, right? So Suzanne said, you better get it. So I said, I can't get it now, can I? I'll have to wait a bit. I can't go to the door.
Go on.
So the banging's getting louder.
Yeah.
Someone at the door.
Yeah.
And she's like, hurry up, it must be important. I'm like, in a minute. So anyway,
I don't want to know anymore.
Keep going. No, come on, finish the story.
open the door, it's a fireman, so I just stick my head round and he's going, you'll have to get out, the building's on fire, right? So I'm like, in a minute.
Sorry, you weren't still having sex at this point?
No, but,
Right.
still sort of got to wait a minute or I can't get my pants on.
Oh, Carl, I wish I'm so sorry.
Right, go on.
To the
So
listener.
now
So
the place is burning down.
So it could be a serious big fire going on. I'm sort of waiting. You can hear people sort of screaming and that, panicking.
Is that because the door's open and you're nude?
The fireman's saying, will you get out, will you get out? I'm saying, in a minute.
Right.
And Suzanne was saying, think of something that's not sexy.
Sure.
So I was thinking of people, thinking maybe down in a fire might sort of calm you down.
Yeah.
But the fireman said, we need a big pole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, go on.
But what I'm saying is, that, to me, I wouldn't have wanted to go out and be safe over, do you know what I mean, over being naked. I don't like walking about without on. So what I'm saying is, even if that fire...
I love the idea of everyone huddled now, the fireman, the camera's panned along and it's Carl.
Yeah, and
just
local news report.
naked, with still
But would
standing crowd.
you have gone out, we're now on,
But why do I have to go out with now on? I just grab a pair of jeans.
alright, but you just,
What?
There's a fire, Carl!
Yeah, but
See, not everyone looks at men's packets. That's only you, remember. Most of the other firemen wouldn't be going, oh, look at him.
But
He's
what I'm interested in
he's
is how
pleased
long-
to see us.
Carl, how long did it take? And did the thought of dying in a fire help?
After a bit, but the fireman sort of had a go at me.
Sure.
What do you mean?
Well, he wasn't happy that I was dawdling.
Well, to be fair,
But what can you do?
Answers on a postcard. To the usual address, XFM, care of Leicester
Well,
Square.
let's just get these right.
Let's play around. Let's have Rockbusters and Monkey News.
we're not talking
afterwards.
monkey news.
We'll squeeze them in.
Life on Mars by David Bowie on XFM. Right, come on, we're running out of time. Blockbusters. The results in... Sorry. Oh, what a giveaway. Oh no, embarrassing. I've given it away. Straight into monkey news. Go on
So, Rockbusters, what were the clues?
The clues were, the first one was, they're running out of rice, so they've got problems. That was CC. That was China crisis. Right?
Okay, yeah, if they ran out of rice in China, it would be a crisis. Fair enough.
Second one, the Geordie fella doesn't know what he's being charged for. Right? That was Bill Wyman.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And the third one, I had 2 bricks to throw at 2 women, and I didn't hit either of them. That was Mister.
Mister.
I let him up, those were alright though.
That's extraordinary. The winner, Gina. I think Gina Ferry. Well done, Gina. And the reason I gave it to Gina is because she's included, and this is a wonderful segue, some monkey fact information of her own. She says, apparently, that the group Chumbawamba got their name from one of those monkeys in a room with the typewriter experiments. Someone did it as a joke, and Chumbawamba was a word that was typed out, and that's where the group got their name.
And their lyrics.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is good.
So let's have official monkey news. Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, we've got to be quick.
Go on,
But this is something that was sent in to me ages ago, and I don't know why I haven't done it yet, because it's brilliant. We were talking about monkeys typing, the Shakespeare theory and all that. Well, this is about a little monkey called Marty, right? Basically, it's in some science lab, right? It's in there. It was wandering about out of its cage, right? The lab fella was busy on the phone or something, right? And
Typical.
it's wandering about. It goes up to a PC that's in the corner, a little computer, types down, "My name is Marty," right? So the fella got off the phone, saw this on the screen with the monkey sat there, says to his mate, "Have you done this?"
Right, hold on, Carl.
Let him finish. Before you question, always let him finish.
I don't know what to do.
Time's against us. Come on.
He said, "Have you done this?" He says, "Done what?" He said, "This on the screen here saying, 'My name's Marty,' right?" He goes, "What are you talking about?" As he's having an argument with his mate saying, "You're lying, you did it." Monkey's sat there typing, "This isn't a practical joke, my name is Marty."
Right, and that's the end of the story?
I'm not coming in next week. I think we need a week off. I actually think we need a week off.
It's doing a web chat or something. You can go online and have a chat with it.
The monkey's doing a web chat.
I don't know.
Has he got his own website yet? Is Famous Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Right. Do you believe that, Carl?
So,
No, but do you believe it? Do you believe that monkey could type that and then say this is not a practical joke when he's still arguing?
weird, isn't it?
Oh.
What do you reckon, Steve?
Yeah, well, it's obviously a wind-up.
It's a joke. It's not even. You haven't even got some of the facts wrong. It's just a wind-up.
Have you noticed the date?
Is that April the 1st?
It is April the 1st.
You are joking.
That it was sent.
You're an idiot, Carl.
It was sent on April the 1st, Carl.
So you're saying the monkey knows it's April the 1st, but you
And
don't
it's doing
believe
a wind-up, yes. Yeah, I think the monkey has thought, I'll do it on April the 1st so that people think that it's a wind-up, but in actual fact I am a monkey that can type and read. It's a shame you never went into investigative journalism. You could have brought down, the Watergate scandal.
Poor Carl. Well, I was thinking of a song that sums us 3 up. Yeah? What are we? What do you think? How would you sum us up?
Tricky.
Well, young, gifted and black.
True enough.
Apart from a couple of them.
Yeah, well, we're not gifted.
No.
And we're not very young.
No, I'm certainly not.
Should we take a week off?
Yeah.
Should we maybe just knock it on the head altogether?
We'll take a week off and see what happens.
Okay. See you next... No, let's not see you next
See you
week.
in a couple of weeks.
Cheers then, Carl.
On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais. With me is Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. I really like that Blur track. I think it's the best thing they've ever done.
Blimey.
So
strong words.
They can quote me on that if they want.
Yes.
on their
one
of their albums.
Yeah.
If they wanted. Well, listen. You're lucky I'm here, Steve.
Okay.
Right? You can see. You know something's happened. I've done my back in again.
Right.
I've got a special chair in here. I'm in agony, and I'm on the strongest painkillers I can get.
Okay.
I feel a bit. Right. Carl, I had to call Carl up today and say, look, I don't know if I can make it in. Can you come and get me? He came over to my house. We got in a cab and he got me here. Right. While he was round my house, Jane showed him sort of camcorder footage of how I actually did it.
Of how you hurt your back?
And I wanted Carl to tell you because I was actually worried that if I didn't turn up, what you'd say to me.
Yes.
What was I doing, Carl?
Right, so I get round to his place, right? Says, right, hit play on the video, right? Have you ever seen a gorilla having a fight?
I think I have, yeah.
It was like that. Him and his mate round at his place last night decided to sort of have a bit of a wrestle.
Yes.
It went on. I mean, how much footage?
Honestly, it was like a scene from Women in Love.
Yeah.
We'd done about 5 fights. We had to stop at one point because his arm was bleeding.
You'd had about 5 fights?
Yeah, well, we were wrestling. We were doing wrestling, right, in the just behind
the
lounge. Yeah. Well, we were on our knees and then sort of like doing, and I kept winning with an arm lock, right?
Yeah.
And then the last time he sort of threw me and I went on my back and my back was done and I was, it was Ian Morris.
Yes.
It was,
Yeah, isn't he the commissioning editor of comedy at Channel 4?
Yeah, and the funny thing was that we'd had lots and lots of wine and we went.
You surprised me.
Yeah, right. And we went, come on, I can film this. And the time we filmed, I said, film this, and I went, oh, right. And I took my shirt off. It's right there, and you could just hear it slapping. Oh,
why?
God.
Can I just ask though? I mean, it's a Friday night. You have a couple of drinks, some intellectual conversation. Yeah. How does it get round to? Do you fancy wrestling me?
Well,
and having it filmed.
Well, it was on the couch, but I kept sticking my socks in his face to annoy him. Right, and then he hit me on the shin, and I got sharp shins, and it hurt. And I was going, I'm going to smack your face in these kickboxing. And it's that thing like you sort of joke and they go, come on then. And you start. Have you ever seen the thing when Jack Osborne fights that skater dude?
No.
On the Osborne. I was very much the Jack Osborne figure.
Right, the fat bloated guy just come out of rehab.
I'll tell you what it was like, Steve. Have you ever seen like the David Attenborough stuff? a tiger will be ripping a deer's head off, and you think, why doesn't the camera crew stop it?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
sort of watch you thinking, why was James
Why
just
is she
letting
not
this
stepping
happen?
in and intervening? Yeah.
And the thing is, she said, right, you've seen enough, haven't you, and stopped it, so I don't know how much footage you got.
It's much. It's much.
Because your lounge is not huge, and there's not much space between the back of the sofa and the
Oh, it
table.
doesn't need much. It was just a pin or a submission. So it was all over with like one of us throwing the other one on the back. Arm
And
up.
how does it? I mean, how do you start with a wrestling match? Are you both stood up, or are you already
on your knees, and you sort of like go together like ratting steels.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
like a giant walrus?
It's not gay. Play a record.
Could we put that online? Could we get that on the web? That I would love to see.
Better Rod Stewart?
Yeah. Stuart May.
Indeed. You need to say no more. If people don't know what it is from that information.
Ex Gervais Merchant Pilk.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Rick, I was out last night in the Crouch End area, and I passed things upset me like this. It was a restaurant, it was a little French restaurant, but you barely noticed it. You walk past, it was like a row of houses and a little French restaurant there, open, it was kind of summery.
Bistro.
No one in there, Rick. At about 10 to 10, I'm thinking if no one's in there at 10 to 10 on a Friday evening, it's doomed. And it really upset me. It genuinely upset me because I always think about the little French guy in there. He's put all his money into that. He's convinced his wife to do it.
Yeah.
She's not convinced, but she's a great cook.
Eve.
Exactly. And it's already going down the pan.
Do you know why? You don't want French food in a hot summer's night. You want Mexican food.
Well, indeed, some kind of tapas.
Exactly.
But then because we were just discussing other things that upset us, and I glimpsed
War.
Well, true, obviously war. I mean, obviously I started with war, famine, disease, SARS, that sort of thing. And then it came down the list to worried about people who manufacture fax machines.
Why? Because of technology.
Well,
moving on.
I mean, if you want to, say you're making fax machines, you're a little company, you make fax machines.
A little what?
A little company.
Oh.
You're making fax machines. Are you allowed to use email?
What, like, if you work for Coke, you're not allowed to drink Pepsi publicly?
It just seems like I'm assuming the fax machine sales are plummeting.
Now, the thing is, right, now I haven't got a fax machine, you're right, I've got email, but I much prefer a fax. Because you get it comes out the other side.
Yeah, but...
Do you know what I mean? It is what they've sent, that's what's great about a fax.
But you can print off your email, can't you? And then you've got it in hard copy.
Wow.
It's sort of instant.
But, I don't look at the emails, a fax comes out, it's there, it goes, it's like someone putting a little post-it note on your face. Do you know what I mean? You go, oh yeah, I'll read that.
Yeah.
Whereas an email, you got email, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, no, but what worries me is whether I'm assuming fax machines are just... I mean, I don't know if there's anyone listening who works maybe for a fax machine.
08700 800 1234. If you're in the fax industry, give us a call. Tell us, what sort of figures.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
We want to go down 17%, something like that. in the southwest.
Exactly, those are the stats.
But have you got fax machines yet in the north, Carl? Yeah, I mean, you're loving it, aren't you?
I like getting letters.
Well, no one sounds sexy.
You like getting a scroll from a man on a horse.
Yeah.
Saying
When do you get letters?
My mum still sends me the odd letter.
Sure.
Even though I call, she'll still... She likes sitting down at a table and...
So what, you call and answer the questions, there's no reply, and then you get a letter a day later
3 weeks
going,
later.
question 1, yes, I am well.
Yeah.
Question 2, yes, your father's well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice though, isn't it?
Yeah, letter's nice.
It's nice to receive a letter, yeah. It's always nice to receive a letter.
Particularly if, you're on a sort of expedition.
But what does annoy me though, you were looking at them the other day, you were talking about the pictures on them, postcards.
Yes.
Don't like them.
You don't like postcards?
No, they annoy me. And just because it's never anything of any interest, and the fact that even though it's been sent to you, you're the last one to read it.
Whenever I used to send my mum a postcard, every time I sent her, I'd horrify her by putting on it, having a lovely time. Does that pig of a postman still read all your letters? And she'd just be horrified, just be terrified he looked at it all the time.
This is what worries me. I've always assumed that people would read a postcard. If I was a postman, I would definitely read every single postcard. Yeah. So if you're on holiday...
What do you mean? You wouldn't have a lot of time left if you read every postcard.
No, but as you were posting through the letterbox, you'd have a quick look, wouldn't you, and see what they were up to. Because that's why I never used to write anything of any interest on a postcard, because I didn't want to... I didn't want anyone to sort of know what I was up to. Let's say I was on a baudy lad's holiday. I would just write some, nice sunny, got myself a lovely pair of shorts. Like that. I'd keep the truth, Rick, for when I got home.
Well, he's looking forward to going on holiday now, Carl, because he's got some prescription lens sunglasses. We'll be talking about that after the break.
Bit of darkness.
Look forward to that.
Yeah. An amusing story about a man wearing glasses. Oh, the darkness. growing on me. It certainly is, and that's FM 104.9. Love those boys. Keep the guitar riffs up, lads. I'm Ricky Gervais with Mr. Steve Merchant.
It's good to see that your back pain has not impaired your DJing abilities.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm a professional. I'm a professional.
You've soldiered on.
Yeah. Put the glasses on for Karl.
Well, see, now, because I wear glasses normally, I've always had problems with glasses. The thing about glasses is it stops you from doing so many things, and you may not realise if you're a non-glasses wearer, certain things that you can never do. If you're, like, for instance, I have never been able to go into the mosh pit at a gig and get carried above everyone. You know, they carry you above everyone on their hands. Because I knew someone would just
But you
grab
don't
my
need to,
glasses.
you can see from the back. That's the good thing about you,
No,
you can actually stand at the back and look over.
being able to at least jump on the stage and do a stage dive and all the rest of it. So that's one of the things I missed out on. Missed out on, you know, sport really, because lots like boxing, for instance, I could never do. Never do boxing, never do wrestling. So our big championship showdown is not going to happen.
We'd probably be the same weight category.
Well, possibly.
You think of your reach.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when I first got glasses, I only had to wear them occasionally. It meant I couldn't see things a long way away. And obviously I got them, but I was at school and I was a bit self-conscious, didn't want to really tell anyone I had glasses. I didn't reveal to anyone I was wearing them. So I used to go into a class. I remember being in science, and we always sat in the same spot, and I was sat right at the back, and I couldn't see what was on the blackboard. But I didn't want to put my glasses on because I didn't want people to know I had glasses. So I couldn't see what was being written on the board. And you have to copy stuff down from the board, science equations, things like that. I had no idea. So I'd have to try and copy off someone next to me. But that wasn't always possible because I had to do it surreptitiously. So what I took to doing was sharpening my pencil every sort of 35 seconds. Going up, memorising what was on the board. And I got a D in science.
Oh, that's awful, though.
It's a tough thing, glasses. It really is. When you first start wearing it, if you're young.
It was education versus vanity.
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it?
And now he thinks, well, hold on. He's sorted out his hair. You can see he's stylish hair. Because when I met him, it was like, I mean, words were gummage. Yeah. It won't mind me saying that.
Yeah.
His glasses were, I mean, idiotic when I met him. He's got some stylish glasses now, so he sorted that out. Yeah. His clothes, he's quite a fashionable bloke, and when I first met him, it looked like a nerd. So it's step by step, and with these on, I think you'll agree. Pop them on, Steve.
Well, you know,
imagine him on the beach.
Close your eyes, Carl. Are they closed? I can't see. I've taken my glasses off.
Oh. Yeah. So that's a weird thing as well, isn't it?
Yeah. There you go. What are you laughing at? Look, what are you laughing at, Carl? There's nothing funny about those.
Stop smirking. I can see through.
There we go, you can see they're not real sunglasses, they're prescription lenses, so you can see it now.
You see, I never knew you had to do that with sunglasses. I didn't think you had to have the...
Right, yeah, when it's bright outside, people who wear glasses don't need to wear them.
So they're looking cool, but they're bumping into stuff.
No, but if your eyes aren't that good, then the sun shouldn't be bothering them. Do you know what I mean? No, I always wondered about Roy Orbison. Why was he doing that?
What?
Roy Orbison always had shades on, didn't he? And he was blind and stuff. It's like, what's the point of that?
Well, because I'm guessing. Well, I don't even want to. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Roy Orbison was blind, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was he? I thought he just had very, very bad vision.
No, I think he was a blind fellow.
I don't think he was blind.
Was he not?
No, I think he had very poor vision.
You know.
I don't know what this conversation is anymore.
No, well, once again, we've introduced Karl into the equation and he's just gone off on a completely bizarre tangent.
When he went, I'm going to pick up my prescription lenses, and we had to wait, and the bloke came and said, who's it for? Oh yeah, Mr. Merchant, here they are. And as he was getting out, just to try and embarrass Steve, I went to him, they are the exact ones that Keanu Reeves uses in The Matrix, aren't they? He went, what? I went, no, I'm joking. But, yeah.
I'll tell you what frustrates me. Can I just say, as a glasses wearer, and this is just a note to everyone out there who isn't a glasses wearer, when people ask constantly to try on your glasses, can I try on your glasses? And they try them on, and they always say the same thing. Oh, I can't see a thing. What were you expecting? X-ray vision? No.
Yeah, I know.
Don't ask. If you're a glasses wearer, you don't want people asking to try on your glasses.
But I think they don't realise that
what are you expecting?
By going, oh God, your eyesight's bad.
Yeah.
It's not like going, you know what I mean? It's not like saying, let's have a go with your calipers. Right, and popping them on and going, bloody hell, you can't walk very well.
But it's a form of disability, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's one that doesn't impair that much. It's an inconvenience that you maybe have to put glasses on all the time.
Did I mention the hospital thing?
No, but it's not. Yeah, but you're not What's your vision? It's just blurred, is it?
No, I can't see anything. I mean, it's really bad.
Is it really?
Bad. Yeah, if I take my glasses off, you are just a blur. I see now, I can see nothing. It's just a couple of bald heads. And I know only one of you's bald, so...
You're looking at Carl twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Carl, it's your Vision 2020.
Well, there you go. That's Steve's eyes on XFM. Next week, Ricky's knees.
Bit of vinyl?
Yeah, no, listen, I want to mention this. This is from this new Morrissey compilation. It's a new series. I'm assuming a number of different rock stars are going to do it. It's called Under the Influence, and various rock stars get to choose, obviously, songs which they grew up listening to and that have influenced them. And this is from Morrissey. He's the first person to do it. And there's some stuff on there which is a bit odd and a bit oddball, and there's some stuff which is good. And there's a Ramones on there, and Nico and Patti Smith. But this is one of them. He, obviously, famously, Morrissey was a member. I think he was the president of the New York Dolls fan club in England. And this is from there. This is Trash. The New York Dolls Trash from this new compilation Under the Influence, compiled by Morrissey.
Are they the original punk band? 08700 800 1234.
Well, everyone knows they are.
No, we don't want your calls. Don't call in. Don't call in.
Please, we're not interested.
No point.
Rick, it's 1:30.
Yeah.
Adverts?
Yeah. Coldplay and the Scientists on XFM 104.9. Gervais, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. We saw an interesting sight on the way in, didn't we, Steve?
Yeah.
When we came in yesterday to
plan the show.
To plan the show, yeah. We actually annoyed Carl for half an hour and left. Yeah. But a bloke with a completely tattooed face.
Actually, I don't know what stage you are in. What stage you're at in your life when tattooing your own face is a good idea.
But this wasn't sort of like tribal or religious. It was a bloke just had a sort of tattoo on his forehead and around his eyes, professionally done. It looked quite old, so. I don't know if tattooers do that now. I think they've probably got to watch themselves, but I was just thinking...
There's not rules about what you can tattoo. I'm assuming if you're a tattooist, you can do what you want. You can tattoo anything.
I wouldn't have thought... There's probably some comeback, isn't there? I mean, I certainly... I think you've got to be sober. I think you've got to be over 20... Well, I don't know.
Right.
Over something. And I wouldn't have thought many tattooists would tattoo someone's face. Would they?
Well, I don't know. Have you met tattooists? I don't want to slag them off, but they are like,
I know why, they're big.
Well, exactly, and they've got needles.
A lot of them are big.
But they do seem like they live in the periphery of society, a lot of these
But
people.
I just wouldn't tattoo someone's face. Do you know what I mean?
No. You'd wrestle a man to the ground and then hurt your back. No, you tattoo someone.
No, I know. Does everyone ever regret it? I mean, I'm sure some people regret a tattoo. Whenever someone shows me a tattoo, I go, that's brilliant. Because I can't bear to go, that's rubbish.
Yeah.
I just think that because they can't change it, there's no point.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? I go, it's brilliant.
Well, I read in the paper, was it a man or a woman who had just had Beckham on their arm? Just not a picture of him, but the word Beckham tattooed on their arm, spelt wrong. Oh, they'd missed out the K, or maybe they missed out the C, so it was B-E-K-A-M.
Oh no.
Anyway, it was just spelt wrong. I mean, firstly, why do you just have the name of David Beckham on your arm?
Home tattoos are the best though.
Well,
that's done with a pin and a sort of some ink in prison, like with skins.
Yeah.
And it's sort of wonky because they've done it in a mirror.
Yeah.
What does that say? Well, read it. Tanuck. Yeah, I did it in a mirror.
Profanity.
Yeah.
Would you ever toy with a tattoo, Carl?
No, I mean, I've told you about me Uncle Stan before, haven't I? The tattoo Stan.
No.
He's just covered in them. It just looks a mess. Do you know what I mean? You can be wearing the best suit in the world, but you still look a scruff.
Sure, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you have it done.
Well, some tattoos, can be quite tasteful.
No, but he was covered. It was all like, cut here on his neck. It's just, a mess. And he did a lot of his own. I've told you about him before.
Have you? I don't remember.
Yeah, because I was saying, if you're going to do your own, at least make sure you're a good drawer.
Yeah.
It was just a mess. It was just all over.
What had he done? He sort of doodled snakes around.
All his kids' names on his arms, and it's like, can't you remember them?
Yeah.
He might have had a lot.
No, he did.
Yeah. And do you remember even from a young age thinking that looks rubbish?
Yeah. And I mean, it'll probably be about 60 now. I'd love to see what he looks like now. Well, just look at this. There was a story the other day in one of the magazines that I read about this fella who had a...
well, this should be Bizarre or 14 Times then.
Yeah.
One of the magazines you read.
Yeah.
So it's going to be...
It's not The Spectator.
No.
But this fella had a big eagle put on his back.
Yeah.
With a snake sort of covering it. And
such rubbish, isn't it? This kind of symbols of sort of dynamism and life. Yeah,
I know, yeah.
A snake and an eagle.
Yeah, a large-breasted vampire woman riding a dragon. Yeah, that's always a good one.
But you know, this fella had that, and he had it in his will that when he dies, he wanted his son to have the skin taken off.
Oh God!
And put in like a little frame.
Oh God!
That's horrific.
What's that? That's my dad's back.
Yeah. Oh. Are you sure?
God.
No. Because I read it and kind of started having sort of memories of Auntie Nora again.
Yeah.
Because she used to always like...
now, Auntie Nora is the woman
who farted for 5 minutes.
She had wind for 5 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah.
But she also, she used to say, "Oh, Carl, rub me back." And with her being quite old, it was all sort of mouldy and warty.
It was mouldy?
No,
Mouldy.
Mouldy. Right.
And what did you do?
I didn't like it. I hated it, in fact.
It was like reading a Braille book.
Yeah.
It was like putting your hand in a load of Cocoa Pops.
Oh, dear.
All really big brown things. And I just thought framing hers would be sort of 3D-ish.
Right. What's that, chunk of the moon?
Yeah. Did you artex that wall?
Yeah. That's Auntie Nora.
That's Auntie Nora's back. Oh, God.
Any piece of your body can't be blind?
That's disgusting. Putting your hand in some... Is she the one with the split tennis ball when she wasn't wearing knickers?
Shut up. What? No, let's not discuss the tennis ball.
Okay.
So she used to get you to sort of knead her dough on her back.
God, this is really bad.
With her dress or whatever. Or
She wore those sort of squid-looking things like,
Sorry, what?
Who's squid-looking?
That's Auntie Nora covered in octopuses. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
it's like a nightgown type thing.
But what's the squid got to do with it?
Because they sort of look like a squid around the edge.
Oh, I know, frilly things, yeah.
And she just said, I'm aching there. She was never well. She was never. Do you know what I mean? She's always had something wrong with her. I don't ask her how she was. It's just like, you know, she's not going to be all right.
Did she have wind when you were sort of neat? It must have been like playing an accordion. It's like
get a little tune going.
Wow. Who's your auntie with the tattoos?
That's Hazel.
Oh right, yeah.
Let's leave that.
Why?
Well, let's
Why?
not talk about
What have I come across there? What's up with that? What's up with that Hazel?
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a lesbian, which is nothing wrong with that.
Well, no, but you've made it sound like there is now. We're not wanting to say it. My aunt is a lesbian.
I know what you're saying, though. I know what you're getting at. Just because I call her Uncle Hazel.
Play a record.
He's from Manchester. Please forgive him.
Lizzie, don't believe a word. XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
Email here from Chris. He said he met a girl in Australia whose boyfriend tattooed her arm with the word psycho, except the spelling was wrong, and she ended up scarred for life with the word Fizco. Fizco. Physco. I mean, a word of warning, if you're going out today to get a tattoo, they're tattooists. Yeah. English is probably not their speciality. So be careful, write it down for them.
You are walking on thin ice, so I've seen some of these boys, they're big.
Sure.
They're big.
No,
and if they're willing to stick lumps of metal through their faces, what are they going to do to you?
Well, yeah, indeed.
So, Steve, sorry. Tall
the
tattoos.
Piercing, you see, I have a weird problem with the piercing as well. Because, I mean, the earrings, that makes sense.
I had earrings ages ago, but...
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a man who knows about 18. Hates pain, and he's scared of everything.
It hurt. I was about 18, and I took 2 in 1, and they did it right, and he just went, and I went, all right, I went, yeah. I just went, oh, God. Yeah.
Did you have them in both earrings?
It was like a staple gun. I just went, and it really hurt. I thought, well, I'm not doing that again. It hurts too much, and it just throbbed.
Were you still living with your parents at the time?
No.
I mean, your kind of oiky Reading family, what would they have made of?
Oh, well, they know I had them afterwards, yeah.
But did they get them in?
Oh, God, of course they did, yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't going to eat like that. Oh, you'll get followed. Oh, look at you. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. And when I was new romantic, my mum said, bloody hell, I thought I only had one girl.
Which is the earring? Because isn't it like one ear is for gay people and one is for straight people? Is that just a myth? Or
I don't know. It might
be something to do with which ear you had it.
Yeah, there probably was sort of like signs for that. Yeah, it's like when you're growing up, I had loads. Like, right, a white polo neck, right, and a ring on your little finger. That means you're gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you could see him coming.
Just consulting your little chart.
Exactly.
Hold on, white polo neck.
Yeah.
Those are the earrings in the left ear. Like, I got it.
I don't know where I am.
Because wasn't there that thing that's the famous cover of Born
Bruce
to Run?
Springsteen.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't know the handkerchief. Yeah.
It was actually even in the right hand pocket.
Dominant and was, yeah, I don't know.
But, you know, where is this information? I would have known that. I might have gone around, you know, with, if it was hot weather, something to mop my brow, I would have known that. Can't the gay people kind of notify us? Can't we have some kind of website or something?
Do you still go to that pub with all those sort of like butch blokes?
Lovely guys.
With the moustaches and,
the caps, great guys.
A lot of them are firemen, a lot of them are like traffic cops.
Great people.
Do you know what I mean? You know you're safe in there. Yeah. Also, there's no women to... No. It's like you're just having a great night with the lads. And there's nothing... It's
just playing pool stripped to your waist.
Yeah. I can talk. Oh, my back's still hurts.
Okay, yeah, a little bit of hip-hop. It's nice to have occasional hip-hop tune, just keep it... You know, it's summer, you'll be cruising around in your open-top shed.
Now, Steve, I see there it's a track by Little Kim, but how are you pronouncing it?
I'm pronouncing that correctly, Lil Kim.
Oh, no T's involved.
And it's the Jump Off, featuring Mr. Cheeks. I don't know why I find that funny, but Mr. Cheeks is involved. If you can spot it, good luck. I believe that's Mr. Cheeks there, just busted it on the mic, and that's called the Jump Off.
Talking of Cheeks, Carl, have we got another instalment of Cheeky Freak of the Week this week?
Yeah.
Have we?
Excellent, look forward to that. Is there some monkey news?
Goes without saying.
Of course.
Really, that monkey news is safe, isn't it? It's not like...
You're always going home with monkey news.
You know it's there.
Yeah.
It's like songs of praise on the Sunday.
When I came back, I've been on holiday for a week, and I sort of sat in by the pool and stuff, and I sort of wrote about 40-minute stand-up with my new show, and I was going to the car and I said, it's great when you get away, it's sort of like, you relax and you just think clearly. He went, I know. He said, I was away when I came up with Rockbusters.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely.
I was buzzing about writing 40 minutes of brand new stand-up.
Yeah.
He equated that to coming up with Rockbusters. Should I be insulted, Steve, or is Rockbusters as good as everyone's saying it is? Is it the one good idea? Is it like E equals MC squared? Was to Einstein is to, Rockbusters is to Carl.
What if I do this? What if I played you some adverts right now?
Yeah,
and then we talk back with some Rockbusters.
Yeah.
You could make the judgment yourself.
Maybe I'll do Rockbusters and show people how easy it is to do it wrong.
Adverts, then Rockbusters.
And a cup of lovely coffee. Cup of coffee in the coffee.
Yeah,
coffee. I want a cup of coffee. Placebo, this picture, XFM. What's Carl doing? What's he rooting around at?
But listen, while he's doing that, can I just say happy birthday from all of us to Shan. Her friend Terry said play some Placebo for Shan's happy birthday.
That's done. That's done.
Cross that off the list.
Yeah, that's another thing we've got through
Dean,
today.
Rockbusters, please.
Do you want to look at the prizes?
I'll have a look at the prizes, see what people can win. It's an email-only competition, please remember that. All right, we've got the Later with Jules Holland Louder DVD. There's stuff on there from the Cardigans, Rollins is on there, Mercury Rev, Sonic Youth, the Datsuns, Queens of the Stone Age.
No, wait a minute, they're all great bands, but I think they need a boogie-woogie piano over the top of everything they do.
Well, hopefully Jules Holland would have...
Okay, good, because that was something missing now on most of those tunes.
Yeah, current album from Goldfrapp, that's there as well. What we've got this on DVD, The Life of Mammals, the complete series of that. A couple of we've got the Inspiral Carpets, again a 3 CD set of the best of the Inspiral Carpets. I don't know how they've strung it over 3 CDs. The best one-hit wonders in the world ever. And let me see.
Oh dear, a 3 CD set, the best to Inspire. I'm struggling.
I'm assuming CD3 is just the Corals album. Anyway, there's some good things there. You've sourced some good stuff this week.
Alright, well,
alright, here's your Rockbusters, yeah, right.
Cryptic clue, a couple of initials, and you sort that out. Right, first one.
What's Dr. Fox on about that we don't sound like proper presenters? It's mad. Go on, Carl.
Right, the first one. A customer wanted some paint to darken up a room. Shop assistant knew what to do. Right? Customer wanted some paint to darken up a room. The shop assistant knew what to do. The initials there, CB. Right? CB for the first one there. Right? Second one, it'd be alright if their heads weren't that big. Right?
And again?
It would be alright if their heads weren't that big. And that's SF. Right?
SF?
Yeah. And the last one...
I know that one. Yeah, go on.
And the last one, Chanel have got another perfume out. N-O. Right? Chanel have got another perfume out. N-O. You email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. That's that done.
And those prizes can be yours.
Yeah.
More music, please.
Bit of Bob Marley.
Any of these going to annoy me? Oh, I've got to stir it up.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Are any of these clues going to annoy me this week?
No, they're all good.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Right.
We'll be judging that. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Brilliant.
Stir it up. Bob Marley on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
Wait, did you get up today and just see the great weather and think, do you know what, I'd love to hear some Stir It Up from Bob Marley?
Yeah, I did actually. Well, I was going to play it the week before last, before I went away, and we didn't have time. So,
well, we were crammed full of features like this one.
Have we got a cheeky freak of the week?
Do you want one?
Yeah. I think we should have a jingle for this.
Okay, I've got a jingle. It's very similar to Chimpanzee.
Chimpanzee there?
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay. Oh, cheeky freak of the week.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, I think that's excellent. So, cheeky freak of the week. You've spotted the freak
This is where somewhat, I think, offensively, you pick on someone who's not like other people and say it's your favourite freak of that week. Yeah, I remember we had the woman whose legs looked like the hind legs of a dog. We've had the little fella with the aging disease from the little edge playing the piano. That was your favourite. I think that's your probably freak of the year, isn't it?
It's a pretty good one.
So what's this? Is it a man with a horrendous injury, or is it a congenital birth defect, or what?
Yeah, but you put it like that, and now it sounds like I'm being tight. It sounds like I'm being out of order. But I'm just giving him a mention.
Just giving him a big shout out.
Right. There's quite a lot going on in the freak world.
There always is.
You've been visiting hospitals the last week, have you, when we were away?
No, there was a thing on a website. This isn't even the one that I've picked, so
this is just a bonus?
This is a bonus freak?
Yeah,
go on then.
This is a free freak. Right? It's a fella called the Lobster Man.
The Lobster Man, of course.
Again, good name, you know what you're going to get.
Yeah.
What are you going to get? Some succulent meat?
I like the idea that the vicar on the christening suggested that. I know you want to call him Mark. Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah. What's his name? Mark Michael Webster. Right. Right.
Have you thought about a nickname?
Not really, no. Have you
seen his hands?
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that because
you know, it's a little bit like
quite
lobsters.
Well, yeah, but it's quite deformed. It's like, we
Can I
can't
suggest lobsterman?
That's terrible, Vicar. That is terrible, Vicar.
Pigeon.
Go on then. Because you see, this is what the sort of feature you come up with, Karl.
So, Lobster Man.
There's probably people listening now with, lobster feet.
Right.
Lobster hands.
So,
Squid Boy.
So, Lobster Man, what does Lobster Man do? Does he fight crime?
Not that much.
Okay.
Apparently he got into a bit of trouble. He was in a restaurant, and this was years ago, by the way.
And someone picked him to eat him?
No, so apparently the waiter said, "Oh, you shouldn't be sat here, you should be in my pan," or something.
Oh dear.
And they had a fight, got out of hand.
Yeah.
Got out of claw.
And, so that was...
What do you mean they had a fight? What did he do? A waiter took the mickey out of someone with...
No.
Now, can I just make clear, I'm assuming his hands look a bit like those of a lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's fused, so it's just like two big fingers. They're fused, I assume, probably in the womb, and they're just like, instead of like having five digits, they're fused in it. But he can pick stuff up, can't he?
Yeah.
What does he pick up? He mainly eats crabs and jellyfish, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. So he was having a fight with the waiter, he snipped off his nose.
He just held on to the waiter's bib.
Yeah,
and the waiter was screaming, "Go and get him off me."
Yeah.
So anyway,
does he eat other lobsters? Does he eat lobster? Or is it kind of... would he feel bad about eating lobster?
Right.
The little cheek of the freak that we've gone for anyway.
The what?
The little freak of the week.
Yeah.
Cheeky freak of the week. We've gone for this Siamese lad.
Okay.
Right. Happened back in...
You can't have a Siamese lad, can you?
Alright, yeah. This Siamese twins. Happened back in 1693.
Oh, he's got a date. Blimey, that's the first time ever.
Yeah. And all it was, he was doing all right for himself. He used to go on those circus things he used to do.
There are two people you're talking about, Karl. So we're going to him.
All right then. All right. They did this circus show, right?
Yeah.
And everything's going well. They're selling out the tents and stuff. People coming to see them.
Yeah.
He was doing all right for himself.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, before I said that, did you think a Siamese twin was a man with two heads?
Well, it can be, can't it? It depends.
There's two people, they're conjoined.
No, but it depends, doesn't it? The one that I shown you in that book that time was a fellow with two heads.
No, it wasn't. That was a stupid picture in one of your stupid books that he had a growth that looked a little bit like it had a face on it. It wasn't a man with two heads. You're the same sort of people who send potato chips to restaurants and say, doesn't it look like Norman Cook?
Yeah.
It's not two heads.
We'll bin this feature.
No, they're two people. They're two people. Conjoined twins. Right, so these...
They just happen to have a similar taste in clothes. Okay.
Anyway, so they were doing all right, and it all went wrong when he crossed the road, got run over. The lad with two heads got run over. That's it.
What? How is that Cheeky Freak of the Week?
Just because it got my interest, and I kind of thought, why didn't he just look both ways?
I'm intrigued to know
Why wasn't he looking both ways?
I'm intrigued to know how you get run over. What was it, 1629?
Yeah. Well, it's horses and that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, why wasn't he looking both ways? Karl Pilkington, you are a genius. Play a record, you fool.
Well done, Carl. More Cheeky Freak of the Week next week.
See what's going on.
Universally speaking, Red Hot Chili Peppers on XFM 104.9. So, got a lot of rockbusters coming in.
Yeah, all right, actually. People obviously seem at long last to have tuned into your wavelength, Carl. Which is, of course, 104.9.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Exactly. Yeah.
Should we give the clues again, briefly?
We just have an email.
Actually, to be honest with you, let's not, because we've already had a load of answers.
I know,
If you didn't get it first time round, you don't deserve to win.
We had an email saying, because I've got a bad back, am I squeezing Carl's hair? But I've already had a little squeeze, didn't I, about half hour ago, didn't I? Yeah. You just got to be careful, because I don't want any strain, so I'd say keep still, whatever happens, and you're right there.
Could I have a squeeze? Just while you're not really kind of capable.
He's allowed to squeeze it, isn't he?
Because I've never squeezed it once.
Remember, sideways, temples go quite hard, but not too hard.
Yeah.
Front to back, go as hard as you like, because that's
all right. Well, I'll just have a try now.
No, you've got a bucket. He's sorted it out. He says every Saturday.
But I'm taking over from him because
don't let him have one squeeze. Don't have one squeeze.
Have a go then.
So at the front and the back.
Get round. So you've got that's it right now. Use the thing that's like
not
that.
too hard at the front.
No, really hard
really
at the front and back.
There you go. Yeah. You got the hang of it.
Oh
right?
God, it's good fun.
I know.
I like it. I'm just on your side. It's great fun.
Yeah.
It's great that there's a little bit of grit there with the short hair, but obviously not too much. There's not much up there up top.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll be doing that again next week.
Do you know? I got a form, right? Do you know I'm staff here, right? I'm like on the staff. I'm one of the staff. Got some internal mail the other day that you have to fill out about if you die at work, who gets your money. He said, do you put yourself at any danger
What did you say?
Well, I asked Suzanne, I said, does that,
It's freezing.
Is that
but my leg locked round your ribs that time, and I had to. It was like a little alligator, like a python and an alligator, didn't I? You get quite some, get a little bit of leverage. You can crush a man's ribs with it. Yeah. With mighty legs.
Oh, something I want to ask you, Carl. There's that programme on now. I forget what it's called. Is it something like Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Does that?
I did the non-broadcast pilot for that. Because my mate was the Phil Balker was producing it. And I did it.
And the premise of it is that it's one of those things about a conversation piece, the ultimate dinner party. I think you can have invite
people,
6 guests.
Dead, alive, or fictional.
Or fictional, yeah.
You choose where you want it, and. Yeah.
And anyway, I'm just intrigued to know what Carl's ultimate dinner party. Who would pop round? Any of you cheeky freaks?
So what's this? I'm putting on a...
You're putting on an imaginary dinner party.
Anne Robinson's there. She's got to be there. I said I didn't invite you. She said, well, I'm there anyway. Yeah. So it was actually me, Anne Robinson, and 6 people. Yeah. And I chose people like heroes, like Muhammad Ali, Homer Simpson, or stuff like that. James Randi. Yeah. So you could choose anyone.
Living
and
or
then you say
dead,
why.
fictional or otherwise.
Would it look like a circus from the 18th century?
I'll have like a few freaks in there.
Like what? Who would you have?
Well, the first person I'd have is probably have Elvis.
I had Elvis. I chose Elvis.
Why would you have Elvis?
It's just good, wasn't he? He was good at what he did. Just have a,
But once you'd said that to him, what would the rest of the
I'd say
conversation
sing us a song.
Right, so you make him sing a song?
Yeah,
Okay.
he'd do the entertainment for the night. When he's not on the stage performing, I'd probably have the Elephant Man there.
Right.
So John Merrick, yeah?
Yeah, John Merrick.
Okay, I've got Elvis, John Merrick. If anyone's out there and, you know, you have anything to do, can you write down everything Carl says from now to a year and send it to me and Steve, because we might want to put it in a book?
Yes.
Would that be good? Just maybe someone keep a journal of everything Carl does and says, and we'll try and keep a scrapbook of pictures.
Tell you who I would have.
Who?
Peter Kay.
Right?
He'd be good, he'd be brilliant. I don't want to be sat next to him because he's...
Or you're friends with Ricky Gervais, why would you want to...
No, but... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Peter Kay.
All right,
Peter
fair
Kay.
enough.
Which one would you do him as himself or one of his characters he does?
Just as he is.
Yeah.
He's funny, he's a funny man.
Yeah.
Love him. What else? Probably that fella who lost his arm when he was climbing that mountain. Remember?
He had to cut off his own
weeks
arm.
ago.
Why would you have him?
I'd just like to have a chat with him and say, you know, what happened there then?
Yeah.
Well, we know what happened there. He cut his arm off. What would you say? Did it hurt? Yes, it hurt.
But I don't think it would hurt. That's one of the questions.
What are you talking about?
I reckon the shock cancelled any pain out. If you're stuck there with a boulder on your arm, you've probably got bad pins and needles, right?
Yeah.
With a big rock on your arm.
Yeah.
And you'd say, right, so how long were you sat there before you said, well, I've got to cut this off? Did you read about it? It was amazing.
What do you think the other people would be doing when you were talking about cutting his own arm? John Merrick wouldn't mind. Albus would probably be off his head on something.
Elephant Man will be having a couple of buns.
I hope Peter Kay didn't make a funny comment. I hope he doesn't make a funny comment.
Yeah.
Right?
Can I just a quick warning?
I'll just put bloke with one arm, bloke with...
Be careful, Carl, what you serve for dinner.
Yeah.
Because he's only got one arm.
Yeah.
So, you know, certain things. I mean, maybe suggest something you can eat with chopsticks.
Or a hamburger.
A hamburger. But don't go with something like lobster. Tricky, both hands for that. And there's him and John Merrick teamed up. I think they've got one good arm each.
Yeah.
Soup, maybe.
What would you give John Merrick? Buns?
A couple of buns. Have that woman in the boat who went round the world.
Why?
Just to see, you know, how she managed
Pretty
that.
boring guests, really.
Hey?
But boring?
What do you mean?
What was she going to say? What she said? She was going, well, I didn't see a lot. I was in a cabin. Really, there's a lot of water. I was a bit scared.
The main thing I'd want to ask her, right, because I remember when she did it, and there was an interview with her, and her parents were there or something, and her mum was saying how she's dead proud because she decided to, you know, go around the world in a boat as a kid, instead of just hanging around on street corners and stuff. She said she didn't want her daughter to like be messing about on the streets at night on her own and stuff. She was a responsible mother. And she sent her off on a boat.
Sure. In the middle of the Atlantic.
On her own.
Yeah.
So I'd like to ask her about that.
I think even Manchester's safer than that, isn't it?
Yeah. And I'd have probably another woman to chat to her, probably go for Kim Marsh.
Kim Marsh?
Sorry, you'd have the woman who sailed around the world, right? But you'd have to have another woman for her to have someone to talk to. Well, why invite either of them then? If you don't want to talk to either of yourself.
What? Sorry.
I love this. Round world yachtswoman, and Kim Marsh.
But why, of all the women you could invite, Kim
love
Marsh is at the top
No,
of the
that's the best list I've ever heard. Elvis, John Merrick, Peter Kay, a bloke with one arm, the round the world yachtswoman chatting to Kim Marsh. That is genius. Why haven't they invited you on this show? I'm going to call Anne Robinson. Right, okay, if anyone's listening to that, have Karl Pilkington. I know no one knows who he is yet, but what a great bit of conversation. Play a record, Carl, you're an idiot.
Some Smith?
Oh, always a treat. Yeah, we played something from Morris's selection. Something that would be a mile to a compilation is something from the Smiths. and it'll probably be this one. I started something I couldn't finish. I think that's one of their underrated albums, Rick. Stranger is Here We Come.
It might be my favourite.
It's my favourite, certainly.
Yeah.
And that's from that album.
Queen is Dead is a lot of people's favourite, but I don't like the wacky ones.
It's the novelty ones. It's
got some great ones. I think he's got some of his best tunes on there, but I don't know the frankly Mr. Shankly.
Yeah, he's always got this tendency to sort of write music hall style songs.
Yeah, but that's a great one, that. So there you go. Elvis, John Merrick, Peter Kay, Bloke with One Arm, Woman Who Sailed Around the World, Kim Marsh.
What I like about those two, numbers 4 and 5, he doesn't even know their names.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he'll just write on the invitation, Dear Bloke with One Arm. Having a dinner party.
Yeah. It's better than most, but I imagine most people, when they do is if they go, Nelson Mandela.
I know, of course, yeah. I think I read an interview with Mick Hucknall where it was something like, who do you admire? Nelson Mandela.
Brilliant. I don't read papers when I'm in this country. When I was on holiday, I read one. There was an article in there about Beckham meeting him, and the article was about how many people have met him. And I was thinking, we are the only 3 people that haven't met him.
Nelson Mandela, yeah.
It's just like, does he rent himself out? Do you know what I mean? It's like the back of the, the back of the stage where you can get a Caprice lookalike to wander around. They go, is that a lookalike? No, that's really him. It's 40 quid. He'll come to your party.
I think what it is that he was locked up for so long.
Yeah,
he's now just
he's never home.
He's just so.
It's like Salman Rushdie. He's running around. I've seen him twice.
Yeah.
His house must be a tip. He's never in. God.
Well, I think it is if you stay indoors for a long time.
Yeah.
You've got to get out there. You've got to
get a bit stir crazy, I suppose.
But he's met some of the great names in world events. He's met the Spice Girls, Alan Titchmarsh.
He's met him. Yeah, they did his garden, didn't they?
Yeah, David Beckham.
Yeah. Oh, that must have been great. But I mean, maybe we could hold out and never meet him.
Yeah, this is like
even if we get invited to one of the elsewhere, I go, no, not really.
We're the only 3 people who've never met Nelson Mandela.
I'm not meeting him, so I make sure he's definitely going straight.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't really.
Careful,
I don't like to hang out with people.
I wouldn't invite him to my ultimate dinner party in case the silverware went missing. Well, you don't know. He was inside for a long time. They pick up things in these places. You can pick stuff up.
It's usually Carl that comes out with those sort of things. Carl, what do you think of that?
What, Nelson not having him around because he's nicking?
Well, let's back out now. Let's back out now while we're ahead.
Be good in Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah.
He used to being locked up and that.
I started something.
I couldn't finish.
Yeah. Should we play another record or should we talk about some... on a lighter note, Muffy the hamster had a narrow escape with a...
Play a song. Let's have the Rockbusters answer.
Oh, God. Martina Topley Bird, Need One. Alright, XFM 104.9. Well, it's that time. It's getting exciting. We've got Rockbusters results, but before that, a little bit of monkey news with... chimpanzee that monkey news. Karl Pilkington.
Brilliant. Nice to have. I haven't read that for a couple of weeks.
Go on then.
Alright, so that this little monkey.
Oh, yeah.
Who lives in Morocco.
Right, I'll just warn you now, you're on thin ice from last time, okay? So make sure, is this real?
It's been
Don't say the truth, think about it. As you're saying it, think to yourself, is that true? Do monkeys do that? Do they think like that? So, go on then.
So anyway, so there's this magician in Morocco, right? He's got a little monkey working with him, right? The way it used to work, magician used to do his thing on stage, do a little bit of magic, people loved it. Then the monkey came out, had a little cap, walked around the crowd and stuff, got the money, had a good little team thing going on, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, the monkey's name was 86.
Right.
Because back then there was so many monkeys, it was like, what names, do you know what I mean? What names do you use, what do you do? So they just named them, right? So this little monkey...
What, he had 86 other monkeys? What?
No. It's just like because a lot of monkeys were sort of working back then, helping magicians out, doing bits and pieces, busking, what have you.
Rick, you know how there's so many...
Why would there be a confusion with that? If he only had one monkey, where's the confusion? People would go, I'm not going to go and see that, I want to see 86, he's the better monkey. Do you know what I mean? What does it matter?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, why do they need... Where was the confusion? With people going to the circus and going, what monkey can they see tonight? I don't know. It wasn't a billing, was it, with a monkey?
But Rick, it's just the same with humans. There's so many humans now that we can't give them names anymore.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
Have numbers.
Exactly, yeah. There's so many humans, with 5 billion people. We can't give them names. It's impossible. But, with a few monkeys
anyway,
working...
22, go on.
So, anyway... So, there he is.
86.
86.
Yeah. With his hat.
Walking around getting the money.
Yeah.
Anyway, the magician sort of, thinking about moving on. Because in Morocco he'd sort of done all the tourist traps.
Sure.
So he had a word with the monkey, said, how about we...
See? No, let him continue.
Think.
Let him continue.
He didn't have a word with the monkey.
Let him continue.
So what do you think about going over to Spain?
Yes. Sure. So the monkey was in agreement?
So he said, go on then. Right, so they get in the car, and like the magician knew he'd have a bit of a problem on his hands because you're not meant to take monkeys out of the country.
Yeah.
Right. So he thought, right, what I'll do, I'll get a car, right?
Right.
Stick the monkey in a boot, right? Get on the boat and hopefully sort of, stick it in some luggage and what have you.
Yeah.
We'll be over there, we'll be earning big money,
Sure.
everything's going to be great. So the monkey was like, brilliant. So they get in the car, they're on the way to the boat, and pull over at a petrol station. And just before filling up, he opens up the boot and he goes, "You all right in there?" And it's like, yeah, it's sound. So he leaves the boot open so it can breathe and get a bit of fresh air whilst it's filling up. Goes in to pay the money.
Yeah.
Pays the money, goes, I'm just paying for the...
Right, this monkey is not going to drive away in that car, or we're never doing this feature again.
Carl, what happens? What's number 86 up to?
So... 86. So,
That's the ending, isn't it? That's the story.
Come on, let Carl
Right,
finish the story.
it better not be.
Brilliant. You're going to love it. Right, so he's in the petrol station, and he's going, right, I'll pay for pump 4. And the fella says, what are you talking about?
Pump 4, isn't that a monkey? No, sometimes I use numbers for monkeys, sometimes I use... No, I mean pump 4.
Sure.
Yeah,
So he says, what are you talking about? There's no car at pump 4.
Right.
Keep going.
You.
Sticks his head out of the door.
Yeah.
The monkey's giving it some. Went over to Spain on its own.
I don't know what to do.
Well, hang on, let's just get a couple of the facts right here.
Well, what do you mean, couple of the facts, right? There are no facts.
So,
It
number
didn't-
86.
Number 86
He drove to Spain.
You are... honestly, Carl, you must know...
It was an automatic.
Right. Carl, you must know that is shit. There is no way a monkey...
That's the thing with
He
his
gets stopped at customs.
It's mental.
How did he get through customs, Carl? He got a passport.
No, he was sneaking about because he didn't have a passport.
So he parked and then snuck through.
Do you want the facts?
Let me see it. Right, I'll examine this, Rick, and we'll play a record.
Play a record,
on
because
the
I can't...
facts.
That's nearly as bad as the armed robbery. Right, go on. Play a record.
Better Suede.
Yeah, stay together. My favourite.
One of 86's favourites.
Yeah, brilliant. My favourite Suede track. No, stay together. XFM. Well, nearly time to go. But before we do, a little bit of Rockbuster results.
Just checking some of the answers, Rick, and it seems that an awful lot of people have got it right.
Go on then, tell us them again then. Remind us of them before you give us the answers.
Alright, Rockbusters number 1 was like this. It was a
We'll stop your monkey news, by the way, until you start getting some credible ones. Because that's it's ridiculous. It's not true.
Well, it seems mad.
But no, but it's from the internet again. So anyone can go online, download that story. It's insubstantial. It's get ones from journals or where the source is quoted. Okay, or we're not interested, or we're not. Well, you don't. Okay. So same with on thin ice. We've pulled this once. We've pulled Rockbuster. We suspended it once, and you came back again. So it's. Do you know what I mean? So go on then.
Right, so Rockbusters number 1 was about a customer who wanted some paint, wanted to darken up a room. The shop assistant knew what to do. What did she do? The initials were CB. Sell a black, right? Sell a black. Sell her some
You
black.
see, I thought Cilla Black because it's CB, and I thought, well, it can't be because it's not Seller. It's not Sell Her Black.
Cryptic,
It's Cilla.
cryptic though, isn't it?
No, cryptic doesn't mean it's wrong.
They all got it anyway, so it's a bit weird, isn't it? Second one, it would be alright if their heads weren't that big, right?
Right.
The initials are SF.
Well, one of my favourite bands, yeah. The smaller faces, isn't it?
Small faces.
Well, no, that doesn't make sense. Okay, go on then.
And the final one, Chanel have got another perfume out. Right.
I'll just say we've had an email from one of our listeners who said if this turns out to be New Order, he's never listening to XFM again.
What's the clue again?
Chanel, I've got another perfume out. New odour.
Right, well that's another listener gone.
What do you mean? There's not a group called New Odour.
No, it's cryptic.
It's not. That doesn't mean cryptic. Wrong doesn't mean cryptic. It's like saying what animal I'm thinking of. Frog. It doesn't mean cryptic. Sell her black. What artist is that? Small Faces works. Just about.
If I say what animal I'm thinking of, what am I
Monkey.
thinking? Well, there you go then. So it does work.
Play a record.
Right?
Play a record.
So who's a winner?
Yes. Now I'm going to give it to someone who emailed in with the correct answer, and his name is Steve Martin.
Really?
And I've given, I don't know if you've noticed over the last few weeks, I've been giving the prize to people with just a kooky element to them, you know.
For people to start sending their name in, like Barry Bumpfreud.
Well, don't worry, because I can spot if it's a fake comedy name.
What was that last one we laughed at?
I can't remember. I think it was Gerald something.
Yeah, it was. It was like Gerald Smethurst or something.
What's it? Preston?
Gerald Preston. Why is that a funny name?
Jerry Preston, a great guy. But
Gerald Preston, we laughed at that.
He caught my attention. So this week, Steve Martin's caught my attention.
Right. Yeah. When was the last time Steve Martin made you laugh?
This Steve Martin?
Dickers hasn't been...
Yeah, we've had no correspondence from Dickie Anderson for some time, which saddens me.
Little Dick Meister General, what is he doing out there? Has he got... What? He's got something better to do? Ridiculous.
Pathetic,
right,
isn't it?
Well, that's the end, We've got the last song, so is there anything...
It's the end of Rockbusters, and it's the end of Monkey News. Monkey News will give you one more go for it, and it's got to be credible, it's got to be real, it's got to be true.
We need to see your sources, it needs to be incorporated.
Okay. Rockbusters, they've got to be real band names. New Odour. New Odour. New Odour. Just anything. Just brilliant.
Well done to Steve, you got them all. So is that it then?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, cheers. I've enjoyed that. I hope your back's better, Rick.
Yeah.
And Carl, I hope you buck up your ideas.
Your brain's better.
Yeah.
Got something interesting about a brain, we can talk about it next week.
No, tell it now.
No,
Quickly, what is it?
No, I'll leave it.
Oh, like that's a hook. Like people will be going for a week. Oh, I wonder what things with Carl's brain. Was it a brain that drove a motorbike across to Switzerland?
You've heard it.
Well, I know that must be some people's favourite record, Steve.
Well, it's certainly one of mine.
Thunder Road, Bruce Springsteen.
I won't hear a bad word said against the boss. A lot of people dismiss him, as you said in the past, as being some kind of stadium rocker, but you can't listen to a song like that and not be moved. Surely, Carl.
It's alright, yeah.
Brilliant. A passionate man.
Yeah.
What?
So, Carl.
Certain songs like that was alright. It didn't sound anything... If it wasn't Bruce Springsteen, if someone new came out, something like that, I'd go, yeah, it's alright.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a regular Simon Cowell, aren't you?
I don't know if I like music as much as I used to now. That's what happens when you're working, isn't it? Because Danny Minogue was on the telly in the
Is
week.
it like when you work in a sweet factory and you don't nick the Mars bars after a couple of months?
Yeah. Danny Minogue was on the telly in the week, right? And she was doing a medley.
Yeah.
Why do people do them?
Well, to try and get all the hits. I know what you mean, yeah.
But he was that busy that they haven't got time to listen to a full album or...
It's like a meal in pill form.
Yeah.
Well, I like most of Danny Minogue's hits, but I don't like the whole song.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want to just like pop the best bits down, 30 seconds, put them all together, yeah.
Well, I've got a Stars on 45 record from the 70s. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Stars on 45. But it started, like you say, this one had it would be a snatch of Stevie Wonder, followed by the MASH theme, followed by Layla, just the intro. It was sort of, it's not music, it's just...
Well, we do a bit of that, don't we? That's what DJing is, isn't it? It's a bit of everything. But we play the whole song, don't we, often? Yeah, we're better, aren't we, Carl? Oh. So what do you want to talk about today?
Do you want to look at the list?
Yeah, well, it's got described looks, that's our list we've put. So this is a very amusing sort of link about describing your look.
I don't know, what's this? I don't remember this.
No, I just was thinking like, everyone's got an idea in their head, right?
Well. Careful, Carl. Don't open yourself up to criticism. Go on, yeah, everyone's got an idea.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone's got an idea of what they look like and stuff. If someone wanted to know what I look like or what Ricky looked like or what you look like, Steve,
Yeah.
What would you use to describe yourself? Do you know what I mean?
Words.
Not really. I don't understand. What do you mean?
Well, like,
Someone who doesn't know us, we've got to describe, and what's the game? To hopefully get some sort of interpersonal language going, so you know they've got the same image as you, to a certain extent.
I'm just thinking, if I was to meet Steve in a restaurant, right?
Nothing untoward going on. We're just hanging out.
No, just having a chat, just a normal night out.
Yeah. Who's paying? Because I mean, is it expensive?
Go Dutch. I mean,
right. So I say to you, I'll see you at 8, right? In this restaurant. I turn up at the door. It's a bit of a posh place, right? So he's Steve Merchant in.
Yeah.
And the waiter sort of goes, I don't know. What does he look like? Right? And
where's he from?
Just a little French fella.
Oh yeah.
And what does he look like? So the thing I'd pick up on first, tall lad.
Tall, yeah.
And then he goes, we got lots of tall people, right? And I go, big eyes?
Big eyes?
And then he'd go, yeah, he's over there.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, you can have dinner and you can buy me dinner. I'm not sure you're going to get anywhere with me. You're slagging me off.
No, I'm not slagging you off though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just using what comes to mind.
And can I assume that they know, like, could I say, like, easiest for me would I'd say looks like Reg Varney from On the Buses. Would they understand that? Can I use sort of like references?
It's 30 odd this waiter, so he'll. Yeah,
so I go, oh yes, it's Reg Varney is sitting over there. Yeah, so he went German towards the end.
See, I describe you more, Rick, I think, as I would imagine, I'd say, have you ever seen that Johnny Vegas on the telly?
Yeah.
Imagine he was inflatable and you just let out a little bit of air.
Right, well at least that's nice.
What Ricky would look like.
As opposed to like, pumping harder.
Yeah.
Okay, well let's go. Carl I'd describe as, those little red monkeys that you see on wildlife programs, they're in the trees and they scream when they see a leopard or something. So. Shave that. Just shave one of those little red monkeys and put some sort of, old sort of Manchester gear on it, maybe. Yeah, you know what I mean? An anorak and some baggy jeans.
I'd like to see how the waiter would react to that. He's got a picture of a monkey, then he's got a picture of shaved. So he's got no hair, and then dressed like some kind of Manx scallop.
He's over there. Yeah, he's over there, Carl's over there. That's what I do.
Brilliant.
So, now coming up the verve, after that, an amusing link about gay handkerchiefs.
Really? I'm looking forward to this.
Lucky Man by The Verve on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl, what's the problem with gay Yankees?
You played Bruce Springsteen last week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you said he had got a load of trouble on his hands when he had a hanky in his back pocket.
Did I say that on air or?
Well, we were just saying that famously on the cover of the Born to Run, Born in the USA album, it's just him, isn't it, with just his backside basically, with a red handkerchief.
I wasn't looking.
Well,
I just.
I did it for research purposes, for this amazing link. He had a red handkerchief, I think, in his right hand pocket, and apparently that signifies homosexuality. Apparently, I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was which way you take it. I don't know. Those myths, aren't they?
Right, yeah, well, exactly. I don't even know if this is.
No, well, I read up about it.
Okay.
Right.
Just research.
And it's all sort of, you've got all different coloured hankies.
Are they?
Yeah. Right. And it depends what pocket you put it in as well. So you've got like the different colours, different pockets.
Yeah.
And
sorry, how many variations are there? Different pockets is what?
Well, you've got like your back pocket, your right back pocket.
But what do they mean?
What do you mean?
Well, what do they signify? You can't just tell us they signify something. What do they signify?
Well, some stuff that we don't really want to talk about, to be honest.
What?
Sort of stuff that gays are into.
Right. What? So what do you mean?
Barbra Streisand records?
Yeah, Eurovision.
No, like a couple of things that were there that I know we can mention. They said something about...
I love that, what he thinks he can't mention, I love it. Decency, what is this, 1956?
No, but I mean, it isn't just, having it away.
Having it away, I love him! Having it away!
You get up to some weird stuff.
I love the fact he didn't want to offend, but he's offended a lot more people by saying they get up to some weird stuff. Right.
In your opinion?
Yeah. What do you mean? No, but don't. If there is something that I don't know about, that it's like you can't say on the radio.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
But what do you mean weird stuff?
Well, one of them, right, if you've got a red hanky, right, in your right pocket.
Like Bruce.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Bruce had, yeah.
Right, well apparently then, Bruce is an armpit freak.
An armpit freak?
Yeah.
No, really?
No.
But that's very specific.
Carl.
Seriously.
Well, what? Right, okay. What else is there then?
Sorry, is there some kind of homosexual body that sat down and came up with this at some point? Where you said, this is getting crazy, you've got like a blue handkerchief in your top breast pocket, I don't know what that means, you need to sit down, there's some kind of summit, figure out what it means.
Yeah.
It's just that you're not free from it either. So if you were to go in like a gay bar, which, you might do if you're straight anyway, because they're, good places, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can't actually go in there if you've got a cold, because every coloured hanky represents something.
Right.
So if I was to go in and had a bit of
a sniffle,
I could get into all sorts of trouble.
Well, pull out a Marks and Spencer's white linen hanky, that means you like to be tied up and whipped.
Yeah. There was another one, armpit freak was covered.
Armpit freak is done. An armpit freak? I don't really know what that means.
Right, okay, yeah.
But there was just one other thing, like a blue and white one, is if you're into sailors.
To sailors?
Yeah, if you have a little blue and white hanky, that's in your left pocket.
Yeah. Right.
Blue and white equals sailor.
So I wanted to ask you something. But again, we've got to be careful here. When you wouldn't leave the building that was on fire because you were standing proud.
Hang on, there's some people now who don't know what you're talking about. Carl, you were on holiday.
Yeah.
On holiday in Tenerife, right?
Yeah.
You'd had a moment of intimacy with your girlfriend.
Yeah. A knock on the door, you had to stop and get up. You peeked around the door, it was a fireman saying get out, but you didn't want to leave because you had it was a little But what I don't understand is you maintained that while looking at a Spanish man dressed as a fireman.
Yeah.
Is that true? Is that the fact? You maintained, you maintained arousal whilst looking at a gentleman dressed as a fireman. No, these are the facts, and they are undisputed. But did you maintain...
I'm not a machine though, do you know what I mean? I can't turn it on, turn it off. Right?
But you were talking, I was just talking to a fireman, you'd have probably lost it, I don't know, but you didn't.
No, but the other thing was, I was talking to Suzanne about it again, right?
Yeah.
She said, what are you talking about that for? Right? I said, it just cropped up, right?
Yeah.
And the dilemma was, you see, I wanted to try and make sure that it was a proper fire because that was the last condom we had, right? So it would have ruined the night. So I didn't want to it was like, what's going on? Is it, do we need to get out?
Yeah.
Is it a proper fire?
Yeah. And you, and talking to this man in uniform, was he, what did he look like? Was he good looking?
Did he look like Ricky Martin?
Was he good looking? Was he good looking in his uniform?
I can't remember.
Did he have a moustache?
Better play a record, don't we? Is this bringing it back?
What?
Look uncomfortable. What?
Did you just switch this on with your hand? The Flaming Lips, and that's Fight Test.
Lips and test.
Lips Test.
On M.
We were talking there about homosexual people, and I'm sure we'll move on to other topics. But I just mentioned, I was talking to a friend of mine in the week, Rufus, and he overheard, he pieced together sometimes if you overhear a conversation, you can piece together what's going on.
Yeah.
And it sort of transpired from what you could make out, that one gay guy had just realised or just found out that his gay boyfriend had maybe been having an affair, and was on the phone and had called this person, the third party.
The other one was crying, wasn't he?
The other one was crying in tears. Obviously they just had a big argument about it. And all he heard on the phone was the guy saying, in very kind of earnest tones, "I'm going to do everything in my power to destroy you." But I just like to think what that was. What was he,
No more guest list to GAY.
GAY. I am going to slash your diesel jeans with a pair of scissors.
If they're listening now.
I know, it's probably an emotional time for them.
Yeah, but they probably don't think we're talking about them.
No, not those.
It's probably happened quite a lot this week.
Well, possibly.
I do know quite a lot of gay people, but they do jump about when it comes to partners.
Right.
Carl, don't leave. Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Let the man speak.
No, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, it's quite, you know, they don't, you know, if they get bored, they move on, and that. Which is fair enough, but they do.
How do we piece this together?
And they go out late, don't they?
Well, we've covered that, haven't we? We've done that.
Yeah.
How have you? So you.
Do you know how we covered that? His favourite record is Killing a Georgie, and he went at the end of the record. He went, see, but how late was it?
Yeah.
If he'd have been sort of going out at a decent time, that wouldn't have happened.
You know what I mean, Steve? They're always getting ready to go out at 1:30 in the morning. Asking for trouble.
Yes. Incidentally, I should just point out that
Oh dear.
that we've had an email. I've lost it here now. But anyway, it was one of our listeners saying that we've slightly embarrassed ourselves because, of course, Bruce Springsteen on the cover of Born in the USA doesn't actually have a handkerchief in his back pocket. It's actually a red baseball cap. So, so I don't know if that also counts. I don't know if it's any
What does
kind
that
of
mean,
object.
though?
Yeah, into heads, into little round heads. Ah. If Bruce Springsteen, and he's obviously not gay, but if he said, "All right, Carl, just, you know, little cuddle," would you turn down Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah.
Well, no. But why? Just like, all right, mate. You hug your mates, don't you? If Bruce said, "All right, Carl, like your show, love your head, little cuddle, a mate's cuddle."
No, I just I say what you're doing.
He's just saying, look,
We're a couple of old friends.
look, Bruce Springsteen, I've wrote those great songs. I like what you're doing. Let's cuddle. Let's have a little. All right,
You know
mate.
what the thing is, right, Steve? Right? Do you know how he likes to squeeze me head? How
Yeah.
Ricky likes to squeeze me head?
Yeah.
He had an old mate over this week. He's got a similar shaped head apparently as mine.
Yeah.
Right? He's hardly gave me a call or anything because he was busy with this other fella's head.
Oh, you feel quite bad about that.
This is a better head to squeeze. I'll tell you why. Because he shaves his every day, right? He's got the same sort of hair problem with him. Shaves every day, right?
Problem.
No, I know. And it's because he's had it shaved every time. Like, Carl's sort of comes through a bit long at the side sometimes. It looks a bit unkempt towards the end of the week. I've seen there's a couple of little pimples under there.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I really have to do it just like get there, slap my hands in it, squeeze it. With this one, I can sort of get my finger, do you know what I mean? I get my, really, you know.
You're like a guy, the way you jump about from head to head.
That's kind of like a guy.
Just saying. Right, still coming up then.
What have we got coming
We've
up?
got Rockbusters.
Oh, has any monkey news this week?
It's been a problem.
Why?
It's not much has been going on this week.
What, in the monkey world?
In the monkey world. I don't know if they've caught on to the fact that they're getting coverage.
They're keeping their behaviour hush-hush.
Be really careful, but I found something.
Have you got Rockbusters? It's your last chance, don't forget. Is it good, these?
Got Rockbusters, got some good prizes. Steve will look at them in a bit.
Yeah.
Cheeky Freak of the Week.
Have you got a cheeky pig of the week?
Got that. Got
Yeah. So what deformity is it this week that you're ridiculing?
Well, keep listening.
Out of Time by Blur on XFM 104.9. Alright, Carl, what are you thinking?
Just thinking about stuff.
You're an enigma, aren't you?
I would just say hello to, we've got an American listener apparently, Karen. Anyway, what else have we got? I thought that might fill up 4 seconds.
We're not struggling, are we?
No,
I mean,
well, just consult the list of
Hold on,
Dr.
let me have a look.
Fox-esque amusing
Wife,
topics.
Wet Ones, Screwball, Shop Train, Cheeky Freak, Ronan. What's
What
that?
was Ronan?
Ronan. I just was telling you the other day about that song that he does. Loving every day as if it's your last one.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking he's saying that as if like, oh, I'll have a good day. But I reckon if you knew it was your last day, I don't think you'd be in the mood to do anything.
Yeah, but that's true.
Well, yeah,
I think the point is that it's living a day like it's your last. So, God, imagine if it was every day like the last. Right, let's go mental. And the good thing is, we've got tomorrow. So he's got the best of both worlds. That's what Ronan's saying. He's saying cram it in, 'cause it might be the last. I think it's more like, it's the not knowing, isn't it? Live every day. I'd actually be happy if I never knew when I was going to die, and I was definitely going to die in my sleep. What a brilliant life you'd have. Do you know what I mean?
What, so you don't get an illness, but one night you go to bed and...
I know that if you knew you were going to die in your sleep and never knew when you were going to die, it wouldn't matter if it was tomorrow or 30 years' time. It wouldn't matter, would it? I've lost you, haven't I? I've lost you somewhere. I thought that was pretty easy with that. I said die in your sleep and not know when you died. There was no high concept there. No sleight of hand linguistically. Where did I lose you?
I think you lost him on sleight of hand linguistically. Just then. You've lost him again.
Yeah, I think that's the way I'd want to go. I don't want to know about it. That's why I don't go to the doctors or anything.
That's a good
Brilliant
approach.
And do you remember him saying he's going to die of cancer because he doesn't check his balls, he doesn't like the feel?
Of course.
What do they feel like, your balls?
Like a wet chamois leather.
With 2 marbles, 2 kumquats in a wet chamois leather.
No, but I just...
Why are they wet? Sweaty.
No, they're not. I'm just saying smooth.
Are they smooth?
Yeah, because a chamois leather's smoother when it's...
Do you shave them?
No, I don't.
In case a fireman pops round, you want to look your best. It looks like your head. The fireman pops round, there you are, and he goes, oh, nice, smooth.
So you never go to the doctors? What even?
I don't know.
But if you found some buboes under your arm or something,
I'd wait for a bit and I'd say to Suzanne, what do you think of this?
just see if it develops into plague.
Well, yeah, because you know, don't you?
Old bandages round your head and a bell.
Yeah.
Suzanne, can you get me a bell?
Exactly.
Brilliant. There was this kid at our school we took the piss out of for basically the rest of his time there, because when he was about 11, someone said, how would you want to die? Right, we do that thing, drowning, fire, all that. He said, I want to die of old age in my mother's arms.
What was it?
I never losing.
My mother's arms? What, getting off with her?
I want to die of old age in my mother's arms. Gee, brilliant. I want to die of old age with my nan and my mum.
Yeah, all in the same bed.
Oh dear.
So if it was the last day, if you had one day to live, okay, what would you do with your day? Now let's assume that you're not in a state of ill health.
There's not much you can do.
It's just the end of the world.
What do you mean there's not much you can do? I mean, that's what we're asking you.
It's the last day of your life.
It depends, doesn't it? If we're all in the same boat, if someone says, oh, unlucky, without bitterness, like, oh, we accidentally exposed you to some radiation poison, you've got a day, or if it was like, there's a meteor coming this way, we're all in the same boat, I think it would be different. It depends whether it's you and the rest of the world. No?
I'd do the same thing. I'd steal a car and go joyriding. But like go mental. I'd be smashing stuff, I'd be knocking people over for a laugh. I'd be going crazy. It'd be like Grand Theft Auto.
Right, okay.
Extraordinary.
Brilliant.
Driving through parks.
That's what I did the getaway.
Yeah.
I tried to play it seriously. Within about 10 minutes, I was just going around areas I knew trying to knock people over.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to do that much. Seriously. You can watch telly, because you might not know how the thing ends.
Sure. Yeah, be a waste of time.
You could watch 24, couldn't you? If you had a day.
Yeah.
On DVD.
Do that and do that.
Do that, yeah?
Well, but I mean, let's be honest. Let's say you can take all the money out of your bank account. You can fly anywhere in the world. You can do whatever you want.
Well, not a long flight.
Well, no, but you've got your
Australia, you wouldn't make it, would you? No. Why wouldn't you go to the monkey sanctuary down in Cornwall and just run around cuddling as many monkeys as you can?
I'm going to tell you something now.
Go on.
Go in there next week.
Are you?
Yeah. Taking my mum and dad away, because like Suzanne's mum and dad.
What, you're donating them?
Most people put them in a home. What you just doing at your monkey sanctuary is cheaper.
Taking them down to Cornwall.
Hold on, I thought you said you'd never go away with parents again.
No, but that was Suzanne's mum and dad.
Oh, is this to get even or something?
So we'll do that, and then we'll can it.
That was your outing. Your phone and both sets of parents, and it goes, right, you won't be seeing us ever again on holiday. We've taken you away, we've taken you away.
Be careful that the monkey people don't buy you off your parents.
Yeah. And don't make sure they don't leave any of the monkeys' food in the telephone box, because Dad'll have that away.
Yeah.
No, I was talking to him about that the other day, about the nicking in phone boxes. And he,
should we just explain that?
They live in a small village in Wales, and it's like one sort of utility store, and when it's shut, they leave your shopping in the telephone box across the road. And Carl's dad found out about this and goes and helps himself.
Yeah, to other people shopping.
That's terrible. Yeah, go on.
And I was talking to him about that, saying, have you picked up any surprises in the phone box? And no, we were talking about other stuff he used to do. One of them used to be going in this supermarket, right, in Manchester.
Yeah.
Needs a new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Go in, take a new pair off the shelf, pop them on, leave his old ones there.
Really?
Then walk out again.
Yeah, brilliant.
And then you go in after and buy his old ones back like an idiot.
Yeah. You'd go in the next day. They look nice. My dad's got a pair just like that. I've always wanted some.
John, fighting. M. Gervais, Merchant, Pilkington. Rockbusters.
Oh, brilliant. Is there a jingle for Rockbusters? There's a big one, isn't there?
No.
Could you come up with one?
Oh, Rockbusters.
Brilliant.
All right.
Well, the prizes this week, there's not many. I have to say, Carl's not sourced many, but what he's got are actually good quality.
Well, I'm trying to instill in him that it's, quality, not quantity.
Absolutely.
As opposed to like 15 copies of, Fools and Horses Christmas Special with a giveaway 3-wheeler car and Primal Scream's greatest hits on 11 CDs.
Yeah. Not Primal Scream, in Spiral Carpets.
Oh, that was it, yeah.
Spiral Carpets. Anyway, yeah, we've got this new Kiss FM Hip Hop Classics compilation, which has got some really good stuff on there. New stuff from the likes of, Outkast and the Wu-Tang, but some old classics from Public Enemy, and of course LL Cool J's Mama Said Knock You Out. It's worth having alone for that track.
Yeah.
I think this is 4 CDs? No, 2 CDs. The Best Air Guitar Album in the World, Volumes 1 and 2 in a special box set. We've got all sorts on there.
There's May.
Brian Adams is on there, Robert
Adams,
Palmer.
May,
but also
Palmer.
excellent stuff, Beastie Boys, Clash, we got the Kinks, so that's good. Abigail's Party, the DVD theme with Alison Steadman. I know you're quite a fan of that, aren't you, Rick?
Yeah, it's good.
She's, from many years ago, if you've not seen it, it's good. This Later with Jules Holland DVD, it's got live performances from PJ Harvey, the Cardigans, Rollins.
But he is playing Boogie Woogie over their track today.
I would hope so.
Okay, good.
And also, is this the new album from The Thrills?
Yeah,
Is this the album? Yeah, so that's a little...
Wow.
Is that exclusive? It's not even out yet, is it?
not even out.
Not even out
Well, that's the sort of things that Carl can come up with if pushed. It's all about the game, though. It's all about the game. The prizes are just for fun. It's all about the playing the game. Let's see what Carl's come up with this week. This is his last chance. If I ever hear anything like New Odour again, that's the end. Okay?
They did get it then, didn't they? They're working out. They will do it.
Just let's have the jingle again.
Oh, Rockbusters.
Right, if you haven't heard it before, Cryptic Clues that make up a band and some initials to help you on your way as well. Mm-hmm. So,
well, you'd never get it without, but go on.
First one, that fella likes sucking on iron. Right?
That fella likes sucking on iron.
Yeah, the initial M. Right?
Okay.
That fella likes sucking on iron. Right, that's the first one. Second one, the Jamaican fella spots a boat.
Oh, God.
Say that again.
The Jamaican fella spots a boat.
Spots a boat.
Yeah. Right.
The Jamaican fella spots a boat.
That's right, yeah.
All right.
Initial D.
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 All right.
And the last one, do you want a game of tug of war? Well, it's up to you. You own it. Right?
Interesting.
I've just got number 2.
Right. Do you want?
Oh, God. Right,
The
go
third
on.
one, do you want a game of tug of war? Well, it's up to you. You own it.
And what's the initial?
E.
All of them again, quickly.
Right, so the first one, that fella likes sucking on iron. That's M. Second one, Jamaican fella spots a boat. Right, that's D. And the last one, do you want a game of tug of war? Well, it's up to you. You own it. Right?
That's it finishes it like it's a whole story by the end.
That's E.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Please don't phone
Email
in.
only.
Email him. We cannot be bothered to answer the phone. Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
White Stripes.
Excellent.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, Universally Speaking, on XFM 104.9. Well, halfway through, Steve. I'm Ricky Gervais. That was Mr. Merchant I was referring to there, as Steve. Familiar. Friends by now, 5 years in the making. Karl Pilkington, and him a year and a half, but he's a good friend as well.
Alright.
Alright, XFM, where paths cross. Alright?
Oh, so, any interesting things to talk about, guys? Dr. Fox style? Any amusing observations? Have you taken a sideways look at the week's news or anything, Carl? What have you...
Tell you what I did here last night.
Go on.
Go on.
5 Live. They do like a review of what's gone on in the week. When we've been busy in the week, I haven't always got time to follow what's going on.
In the world, sure.
Someone's made a chicken with teeth.
For what reason?
Don't know, because they can.
Just because they can.
And, like,
So it chooses food.
Yeah.
They had a few guests saying, well, where will it all end?
So you sure you weren't watching a Wallace and Gromit video?
No, seriously, right? They're doing it.
They're a chicken with teeth.
Why would they spend millions researching?
What do you mean they've got a chicken with teeth? What do you mean there's a chicken with teeth?
Sounds mad, doesn't it?
What are you talking about, Carl?
That's what they've done. Do you know, like...
Why?
I don't know. They're just messing with science and that. And that's what the people were saying. Why are you doing that? Do you know what I mean? Where will it start? What's the next thing? They did the sheep. They did the cloning. Right?
The rat with an ear on its back.
Did that.
Can hear a cat coming, can't you?
What else were they talking about? They were talking about that sheep again. That cloning one.
Yeah, Dolly the sheep.
Do you think it's that clever? Because they do all look the same anyway.
What's it got to do with its cleverness?
The
Being
fact
cloned.
that being cloned.
The darkness growing on me on XFM 104.9. Oh, it's all going well already, isn't it? Microphones fell apart. Carl's shouting because he got headphones on.
His music's turned up too loud.
Canfield level. God, it got pre-out. Look at him giggling. Look at him. Look at him laughing. That's so funny because I got a letter here from who was it from? Mike Heel, who sent me a little picture of a little Japanese fella from a film who said looks like me, and he does a little bit. But he says, please can you make Carl laugh? I've never heard him utter as much as a snigger, and I'm worried he may have a genetic disorder. Well, I mean, he has got a genetic disorder, obviously, but he was giggling then. I hope people heard you then. Look at his little face.
It was a joy.
I love the things that make him happy.
But I love the fact just before the microphone came up there, just before the record finished, he had his headphones on, the music was too loud and he was just shouting, Balance, it's not working! Balance, it's not working! I have to play something else!
I went and found Ziggy Stardust by Bauhaus and he said, why isn't it working? Look at him giggling, look, he's lost it! Is he going away? Are you on drugs, Carl? What have you done? He's tickled. Look at his little... He looks like one of those shaved monkeys. Look at his little... Oh my God, I've never seen a forehead glow.
I know, it's extraordinary.
Oh.
And he's got that red shirt on as well, so the whole of him is just a big glowing...
Carl, what are you trying? What are you putting in?
I'm going to see if I can get this to work.
Go on then. Brilliant radio. I hope Dr. Fox is listening because I think he's eating his words right now, Steve.
Right, I think I've done it. Right.
Well done. That's excellent.
Right, what
Let's play Bauhaus now and let's try and compose ourselves. This is Ziggy Stardust by Bauhaus. Well, it worked. That worked, didn't it? So you panic over. Calm now. You're on holiday soon, aren't you?
Yeah.
You got to go off early.
Well, about
How many holidays have you had? Because I only ever have time off when I'm working, like doing another job, like, filming or something. But you seem to have a lot of holidays, just like... And you were sick as well. You were just like... Because you had wet trousers, which is a little bit... Do you not care about the job? I mean, I've got to ask because... You know what I mean? If I was in charge, I'd worry about your motivation or... Because yesterday we were trying to work out what you enjoyed doing. And we got to Manchester United and moaning. And that is the two we came up with.
I don't know where you get the moaning thing
You're
from.
always whinging.
About what?
Everything.
When did I last have a moan?
Just before we came on air.
Right, and why was that?
I don't know, I can't remember. Because we were in a good mood. We were in a good mood, me and Rick.
I'll tell you why.
Go on.
Because you brought a song in at 10 to 1
Yeah.
with a load of effing and jeffing in it.
Yeah.
And saying, can you edit this?
Yeah. But that's your job.
You could have brought it in yesterday.
No, I couldn't.
Why not?
I hadn't thought of it. But why are you whinging? That's your job. And I did come in 10 minutes before. It was a good 20 minutes before. It just took you ages because you were whinging and moaning to even get started.
I'm not being dragged into this.
You are always...
I'm on my holiday now.
Well, not yet. No, you're not on yet. You're still working.
Well, that's what's funny. This isn't even work, right? And yet it should be. Compared to what I do in the week, this is a doddle.
Well, it's because you're not putting any effort in, clearly. Where are you going anyway? Where are you heading?
Cornwall.
Yeah? What's happening down there?
Well, there's a monkey world.
You're excited about that?
You don't see that. Probably go twice to that.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm down there.
How long are you waiting for? The whole week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
this is with your parents, isn't it?
yeah. taking them out.
Your father, what do you think your father will be up to? What's he going to be nicking on this holiday?
Well,
There's a lot of tin in Cornwall. Since they've shut the mines.
He's just called Suzanne, said they've got there, said it's a nice little place.
There'll be no towels when you get there.
So what are you do? What are you going to do? Just going to chill out and sort of like go to the pub and stuff?
Yeah, like I say, I mean, all I've got planned is probably Tuesday and Thursday at Monkey World.
What about Wednesday? What do you think of Wednesday? Just wander around?
Just sort of think about,
King Arthur and that. Where he was down there, wasn't he?
I don't know, but I'll tell
Where are
you
you going?
something.
What town?
I don't know where it is.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, she's sorted it out. I heard you on the phone to her saying, well, pack 2 pairs. Poor woman, she's packing your bags for you. Yeah. Right.
But,
you'd spend more time at home if Steve didn't come in at 10-2 with a rap record with, like, obscenities all over it.
Yeah, well, we'll play that next week.
Well, you didn't even get the job done, that's the thing. We can't even play it because you didn't get finishing time.
I tell you what, that method man, if he doesn't stop effing and jeffing, it's the end of his career, in my opinion. All this F that and yo Jeff, I'm a Jeff myself. Yeah. Or I'm hanging out with my Jeffs. Yeah. It's terrible.
Jeff,
and we know you can't put out the J word on XFM.
Oh, Mother Jeffer.
Well, so we haven't got that, but what we have got...
Go on.
Monkey News.
They've still got Monkey News, have we?
That's sorted out, that's coming up.
Yeah.
Rockbusters.
Yeah. Well, last chance. But definitely your last chance this time. You actually improved a little bit last week. You did a couple of good ones.
Yeah. Same again this week. And,
Cheeky Freak?
The controversial Cheeky Freak of the Week, where Karl finds a human being with some sort of congenital or imposed deformity, or So and we talk about that in a wry way. Do you think that's big and clever?
No, but that's just it. It's never about taking the mickey out of someone, right? It's to make you think.
I'll tell you what isn't big and clever.
How lucky you are.
A dwarf with learning difficulties.
Nice.
Yeah. Well,
we'll explain it to you. That's the forthcoming single from British Sea Power. That's called Carrion.
That's nice and retro. That's like end of the 70s Bowie. That's great. On XFM 104.9. That's just some of the records
that we've played so far.
Do you know what I mean? You've had The Darkness, you've had Bauhaus. It's like, can it get any better, Karl, do you think?
Like I say, we've got Monkey News coming up.
Guess what? I lost 400 quid cash this week.
Gambling?
No, that's tragic. This is why it gutted me.
It wasn't even on your gambling addiction.
No, I had a photo shoot, I had a suit, right, and I'd claimed back some expenses, and I had it in my pocket. And then when I took the suit home, it must have fallen out in the street or the cab. And I remembered it, and I went every pocket twice. And it was just the fact, I don't think about, oh God, that's terrible, that's a terrible blow. I think, oh God, if I had it back now, it would be free money.
Yeah.
If I suddenly found it now, I'd have £400 that was just free money. And I had a little nap to get over it, and I was...
You were fine.
I was okay. But that was good. Someone just found what a gift that is.
Oh.
Just, I mean,
was it in a money clip? Was it rolled in a money clip?
No, it was just literally 400 quid in an envelope. And so that, I know. See, I'd always hand it in. I genuinely would, unless I found it in the middle of a forest or something. If it was in the street. Do you know what I mean?
Because a bear got it.
Yeah. But I mean, if I found it in a pub or a cab, I'd just hand it to anyone who was
through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I'd hand it in. But there's no way. If they found it in the street, there's no way they could do it. It goes to the police station and it sits there for 6 months. But
yeah, exactly. Well, it's a waste of time. Pocket it. But because when I was younger, I remember being out to the post office once when I was about 10 or 12 and finding a purse. And thinking, oh, that's nice. Yeah. And opening it up, there was some money in there and a pension book, and so it was obviously an old lady. I found an address, I sent it to her, and my mum said, you've been so good there, you'll probably get a little reward. She'll probably send you a little reward. Nuck! I got maybe a thank you note, but no cash, no moolah, nothing.
Really?
And I was livid, because I'd been told that I was going to get a reward. I thought I've been a good Samaritan, nothing. So, many moons later, when I was at university, I learnt from that. And this is the most bizarre thing.
This explains a lot, doesn't it, Karl?
This is like the Mary Celeste. I went to a cash point. I thought I can't get my card in here, and I realised there was already somebody's card in the machine. They put the code in, but then they just disappeared. They'd been kidnapped or something. So it was just there, waiting, sitting. Said, "What do you want to do?" And it gave you a number of options. I thought, interesting.
Steal or go to heaven?
Yeah, exactly.
You went, oh dear.
Well, I pressed balance. just to check what their bank balance was.
Unbelievable.
It was a considerable sum of money. I'm not going to lie to you. It was not typical student debt. It was like, I think they were a foreign student. There was a lot of cash in it. A lot of money.
Did you feel a slight bulge in your trousers when you saw the amount of money?
I couldn't believe my life. I thought to myself, now then, I could just take that card out and hand it in, or I could teach them a small lesson,
Right.
and maybe give myself a reward, because last time I did that I didn't get a reward. So if I give myself £30, then I'll take the card out.
30?
Give myself 30.
You didn't really?
Well, I thought that's a good reward. And I went in, I handed the card in, I took it.
Steve,
and that's a little reward for me. And I'll tell you this, don't think it's evil, because I went in and I bought everyone a drink.
Well, brilliant.
Yeah, I didn't tell them I got the money free.
Well done. Excellent. Probably gangsters are quite generous with the money they've stolen from other people.
Yes, but someone's negligence, Rick, has led... the thing is this,
Steve,
right?
I believe it, except that buying people a drink, Carl. What do you think?
Well, I kind of thought that when he said it, but then I thought, but they'll be buying him back.
So he's still...
So in a way, he's still a winner.
Yeah. Everyone's a winner in that situation, including the student, because frankly, if there had been a less scrupulous person who found it, they'd have probably helped themselves to a considerable sum.
I cannot believe he did that.
There was thousands and thousands of pounds in there.
What if Beadle had jumped out and slapped her with his little claw and said, "We've been filming this, merchant"?
Well, so what?
How old were you then?
I don't know, 19, 20.
Would you do it again, or was it just to get the world back for the old lady's purse?
Possibly do it again, yeah.
You're joking.
Well, you've got to think of it this way. You've got to think of it as there was a lot of money in there, and someone less scrupulous than me would have taken a fortune. They'd have cleaned them out. Whereas I just took a small reward, which I thought was more than enough for someone's negligence. And I've returned the card. They've got the card back. Everything's fine. Think of someone else. I could have gone on a spending spree. I could have been buying stuff, all sorts.
Yeah, but it wasn't yours at all.
Yes, but they probably would have given me a reward. And because, sometimes people forget or, they don't give you a reward, I thought I should
He had
take
to
it
go at
myself.
your dad for nicking a loaf of bread out of a phone box.
Yeah, but that's because it's for old people, geriatrics and stuff.
How do you know how old was your people who you were robbing from?
It was on a student campus.
Wow.
I thought it was excellent behaviour. I thought it was
that's
good, honourable
incredible.
behaviour.
That's shown another side to him, hasn't it?
What would you have done, Carl, in that situation? And tell the truth.
I might have helped myself a little bit.
There you are.
I don't know what this is helping yourself a bit.
Like you say, just sort of, send them back and sort of say,
If you find a £1 coin in the street and you can be bothered to bend over for it, then have it. But someone's cash point card or personal belongings...
I'd let them know, though. Did you send it to them and say, I've service charge included. I've took that out already.
No, I handed it in to the...
Let them know? What do you mean you'd let them know?
I'd say, you're lucky here. Right, I just took... I'd probably take 20, actually. Because that's just like one note.
Sorry, right, okay. You are winding me up.
No, I'm not. I mean, not for once. I mean, I know what Steve's like. He is tight, right? He is. And you know that, don't you, Steve?
Financially?
Well, no, I mean, just the way you are. You're very sort of, you're not wasteful with your money.
I'm careful. No, I'm not wasteful. Absolutely right.
No, but to the extreme.
Not towards the extreme. Not towards the extreme.
No.
Look after the pennies, the pounds will take care of themselves. All right? Simple to remember, good advice.
Yeah,
all right?
The thing is, right, I know that I take the mickey out of you for, like, the way you look and stuff.
Sure.
Right?
Well, I'm right back at you.
But the thing is, you can't help that.
Absolutely.
But I'll tell you something that women don't like.
Sure.
And it's fellas who are tight with the money.
Sure. I'm not frugal with money with ladies. I'm frugal with money with you.
Well,
I've got no reason to splash money out on you.
I've never seen you splash money out.
Well, you've never been out with me.
Have you ever, Steve, splashed out on a lady?
No, but I hope to one day. The right lady.
Blur, Out of Time on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Talking of money, Steve, look at this, right? It's in the paper. A wife has had her beauty insured for £100,000 in case she grows ugly and her husband walks out. Nicole Jones, 26, of Chipping Sodbury, Gloucestershire, says £200 a year, pays £200 a year for a policy. She arranged it as a present for her husband Richard. Her beauty will be judged by a panel of builders. So...
Have they been selected beforehand, do you think? Do the insurance company know who they are? I assume they're complete strangers.
So supposedly, like, in 30 years' time, he looks at her and goes, oh, you've lost your looks. She goes, well, have I?
Yeah.
He goes, well, yeah. Well, have I? Calling the panel. Some girls go, yeah. All right, get him out for that. Well, never mind that. It's yeah, she's lost it. Right, 100 grand. Well, 100 grand coming your way.
They stand on some scaffolding.
Yeah.
She walks by.
Yeah.
And if they will whistle.
That is amazing.
Do you think they'd give her a quote first?
Yeah, what if they say, actually, love, you've got nothing to lose. You're not oil painting anyway.
Yeah, we can't come round and judge your beauty for at least 2
I mean,
weeks.
that is just open to abuse, isn't it? £100,000. Because I remember in Japan, they're mad on golf, right? And if you get a hole in one, you buy everyone, you throw a party. And it was costing them like thousands and thousands of pounds. So they were insuring themselves against getting a hole in one. And so miraculously, everyone was going, I got a hole in one. Did he? Yep.
Yeah.
Paying out insurance. I mean, they could be in that together, couldn't they? They're not. I'm sure they're not. They're probably more honest than you two that would take 20 quid out of a cash point. But, you know...
No, 30.
30. Yeah, 30. I like the wording, though. A wife.
Yeah, a wife. The word wife.
The word wife.
I don't know why... I just find it's just an odd word. This is my wife.
Hello, the wife.
Yeah, the wife.
My wife.
It just seems a word that you have to say if you're 60. You can
I
go,
know.
Have you met the wife?
And even then, ironically, unless you don't know exactly, are you married? Yeah, my wife is from, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense, but it's the wife.
You'll go, oh, better get back, I'm meeting the wife for dinner. But especially when you know them.
I remember bumping into friends of mine somewhere at a party, a couple that I knew, and I'd known both of them before they got married. In fact, I'd known her, I think, longer. And I said, where's so-and-so? And he went, the wife will be along in a minute. And it's just this notion that, use her name.
I know she is.
I know her name.
It's that
I used to call her by that. Why?
It's like someone going, you know I'm married. You know I'm married.
It's like
in the eyes of God, we are wed.
Exactly.
Yes, that makes me more of an adult.
It's the ownership. Yeah, it's like going, you know I'm a real man. I've got a wife, and here she is. She's my wife.
I find it... There's the words that I find hard to say. In a shop, I could never ask for wet ones. Do you know what I mean? If I have to go and ask for wet ones, I won't bother. Or toilet duck. Another one I probably thought I'd never say, Snickers.
Why?
Don't know. I think it's I grew up with Marathon.
Yeah. See, this is so pathetic, I still get embarrassed buying toilet paper.
Really?
We know if you go into like your 24-hour shop just round the corner, not a supermarket, big shop, but if you just go in there and you're just maybe buying some milk, a chocolate bar, because it's like they know what you're up to.
No,
but they know you're going to use it to, when you go to the lavatory at some point. It's too intimate.
But exactly, you just go, I know what you're thinking, I'll be using this after masturbation. Thus saving all embarrassment.
It goes to the porn mag on
Elvis Costello, Alison, from way back on XFM 104.9, a retro cut.
Indeed.
Wow. Up to the modern day, the newest game show around, Rockbusters.
Isn't there a jingle?
It'd probably be something like, Rockbusters. It would be very... along those lines. I've got to work it out, but I mean, let's go without it for now, and they'll be all ready next week.
Excellent. The prizes, once again, sourced by Karl Pilkington. I think it's been in the prize bag before, Karl, but I could see it back. The best air guitar album in the world ever.
Do they keep sending it back? Is that it comes through the window, tied to a brick?
Actually, there's a lot of good stuff on there. There's the Kinks.
Knopfler? Is there Knopfler?
Knopfler, I believe, is on there.
Is Clapton anywhere to be seen?
Definitely Clapton, I would have thought, a Deep Purple. We got Quo, Skinnerd, Mac, Snake is there, Straits, excellent, and there's all sorts on there, obviously.
Yeah.
This is always an odd choice, but fair enough. This is the current album by the Yardbirds, their first studio album in 35 years. So the new music station XFM giving away that. I suppose it's new music in some ways. A Smash Hits compilation. We got stuff on there. It's Aha, it's Curiosity Killed the Cat. It's all the old favourites. Plus 2 DVDs. Columbo.
What Columbo?
It's got a couple of classic Columbo episodes there. Suitable for framing.
One of the best TV programmes of all time.
Why do I get... You can always tell immediately who the villains are. Suitable for framing. I'm assuming that's some kind of art dealer, maybe an artist. Candidate for crime, presumably some kind of presidential or political candidate. That'd be good, I'm sure. Columbo. I mean...
Stab Woman. That was my favourite episode. Stab Lady Wife.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure why. Who would buy a Columbo DVD? Like, you can't find it on TV.
It's on now. It's on now. I guarantee, because someone could maybe email in, is there an episode of Columbo on now anywhere that got cable or digital? I think it will be.
Almost certainly.
But it is great.
And the other DVD here is Cruise of the Gods, which was the one-off TV kind of film, comedy film that was on at Christmas, featuring Rob Brydon and Steve
Coogan.
It's good.
Williams.
There's a few gifts there. Not bad.
Right, now we get to the real deal. Okay, this is what everyone tunes in for. This is Monkey News, I think. Not the music. Go on.
Well, here we go then.
Yeah.
3 cryptic clues.
Wow.
Just work
Not
it
really
out.
cryptic, but...
Easy as that. Email in.
It's, email in.
Right.
Well, what's the email address?
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Well, don't say that I know it or care.
I think, yeah. So the first one, he's got American coins all down his spine. Right? He's got American coins all down his spine. What band's that? What artist is it? Email in.
What's it begin with?
What? N.
I know it, I've got it already.
Right.
That's
N.
rubbish, too easy. Yeah,
Right,
go on
second
next.
one, Jeremy Beadle has got arthritis. Right? Jeremy Beadle has got arthritis.
Yeah.
That's the second clue. The initials there, SLF. Right? SLF. Jeremy Beadle's got a little bit of arthritis. And the third one, Foxy, Shipman, and a country western singer on a merry-go-round. SD, right? So Foxy, Shipman, and some country western singer having a go on a merry-go-round. The initial SD, right? So email in, ricky.gervais.
I'm intrigued with that one. I'm genuinely intrigued with that one.
I like the fact there's this little whiff of controversy about it, because Shipman is mentioned.
I know, yeah. Oh,
a little bit edgy there.
So that's the 3.
He's from your neck of the woods, isn't he, as well, Shipman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my mum's mum used to use him.
Okay, let's play a record.
Well, you want to play a record and play some adverts? Do you fancy some ads?
Oh, I'd rather adverts, yeah.
So that's got some for you.
Placebo, this picture on XFM 104.9. Steve?
Yes.
I think Carl's going to put most people to shame. We were talking about generosity earlier, because Carl is a nice, generous bloke when it really comes to it. He's paying, for Father's Day, he's paying for the cottage that he's going away with his dad.
Are you really, Carl?
Yeah.
Right, well, there's no way of us proving if that's true or not.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, you could be lying.
But why would I do that?
Well, because you want to show off.
I didn't do it on air, you mentioned it. I don't want people to know how generous I am. Just do it, just get on with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, charity work in that.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I'd have thought that you wouldn't have fallen for Father's Day. I'd have thought you'd have known it was like...
Well, we don't, I mean, to be honest, there's a bit of a coincidence, because I paid for it anyway, and it's happened to fall on Father's Day. Right?
But don't
and my
buy a
dad's not normally that
card.
bothered.
Don't fall for it. I mean, obviously that and Mother's Day and a plethora of other things were, literally invented by card companies to make more money.
I know.
Yeah.
That's I mean, my dad always says don't get him a card or anything. Because he hates it. With all these things that I'd like, rip off times, really, just ripping people off.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit stingy, doesn't it?
Well, no, I mean, he's right. Yeah. He's right. It's just, because fellas aren't bothered about getting cards anyway, are they? But the other thing that he noticed, helping out the flower companies, the Princess Diana thing, when she...
Sorry.
Yeah.
No. Jesus Christ.
So when...
Carl, what do you mean? What do you mean?
That's what he said. He said,
I nearly swore then because I was... you surprise me all the time.
No, I'm
but
just...
that is incredible.
Sorry, what? I don't understand. What you're talking about?
All the flowers that were sort of sold that day.
Right. What, for people to leave as a commemoration?
Yeah, they made a mint, didn't they?
Who did?
Flower companies.
Right. So what are you
saying? You're just saying, makes you wonder.
What, whether...
About what?
Whether it was in the floor or behind the hit.
Oh.
So it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy by the flower
I would
companies.
love to see you and your dad just sitting at home watching a bit of Channel 5 when apes go mental, right? With your roast dinner.
When's that one?
And then talk like, well, yeah, you know, kill Diana, don't you? Flower company's son. Right, quite right, Dad, you're not wrong. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not. You know, I'm just saying it's like you were saying about the cards. You know, on Father's Day and that. It's just a bit
too much of a
weird.
coincidence. Too much of a coincidence.
I'd be interested to see sort of, you know, like the business graph.
Sure.
On how the companies were doing. Then suddenly,
Yeah. Yeah. But then by the same token, Elton John, you know, he had the biggest selling hit record, didn't he, off the back of that? I mean, so is he incriminated as well?
if you want, I mean,
It's a conspiracy theory you've not kind of analysed terribly closely. You've put it out there, and if people maybe who are investigating want to kind of add that into their inquiries, then they can.
yeah.
Sure.
But no, that's all I'm saying. I'm just, you know, because it's always the same thing, isn't it? Like I was out shopping the other day, you know, treating Suzanne like I do. You know, I like spending money on that. I was in WH Smith's.
Yeah. Oh, classy. What was it? Was it a big birthday? Was it? was it a 30th?
No, I was getting a.
Was it 2 bios for the price of one?
I was getting a card from my dad for Father's Day anyway because I'm seeing him.
Yeah.
Big Toblerone.
Yeah.
There was a
Who is it who said Father's Day? They love a Toblerone.
I've never understood Toblerone because the only time I see Toblerone is in airports, right, and minibars. That is what the small Toblerone is for the minibar in a hotel, 3-star upwards, and the big Toblerone.
Well, it's the big Toblerone is a gift, isn't it? It can only be a gift. You wouldn't buy a big Toblerone for yourself.
Yeah, a duty-free gift. The Toblerone. It's next to Chanel No. 5 Toblerone and a bear.
But it's who specifically would you be buying that Toblerone for?
I don't know.
Someone who's clearly never had it before and would think it was interesting novelty.
Yeah.
Well, this gift's interesting.
I'll tell you what, though, Toblerone is brilliant. I mean, if whoever makes that, if they want to send sort of, you know, some Toblerones, I will eat Toblerone.
Well, yeah, I think very much the same about. I think very much the same about fags
and of
just
course,
cigarettes. If you've got any boxes of cigarettes
and,
that you don't want, you know, duty free or whatever, send them.
I'd just like to say that in no way do I endorse Carl's dad's theory that flower companies were behind the death of Diana.
No.
Maybe I could say that on there as well, just to say that he complains.
I'll tell you what though, talking about fag packets and that, do you know, like now, they've got, if you have these, they'll do you in sort of thing on the front now. They've got these special stickers on them.
Yeah.
Saw a thing in a magazine the other day, in Brazil, it's got like pictures of ill people on them.
Blimey, that is
It's gone really hardcore over there.
That's good, isn't it?
But I mean, to be fair, what more can they do? I mean, there are fag packets now that say these will kill you, and people are still smoking them. I mean, I don't know what they. I don't think the message is getting through.
You could ban them all together, I suppose. If it seems weird to sort of like, you might as well sell guns and go careful. You can kill people with these. Well, ban them then. I'll just be careful. Let's have your eye out with that. This is poison. This is poison. These are really, really mental poison drugs.
You know those people with the. You ever see them in the street? They're selling fags, duty free, obviously. They're just selling on the street. Have you ever seen these guys? I don't walk them down Finchley Road lot because I'm just near my place. And all these people, they're sort of looking a bit shifty, and if they think that you're maybe a smoker, they just fags, and they'll open their jacket, and it literally will be like something from the 1940s.
They won't go to you though, do they?
No, smoking. Stunts your growth. They know you must have never had a fag in your life.
But I want to buy them as a gift or something because I'm quite a generous guy. But it struck me, I was chatting with my friend about, there seems to be, there are certain people who are very, maybe they have trouble getting work, or maybe they, they're immigrants who've not landed on their feet and they've had trouble, and so there's a couple of jobs they can do. It seems to there's the fag selling. There's those people I noticed on Oxford Street who bend a piece of wire into the shape of your name. I mean, what kind of a gift is that, really? You know what I mean?
I know.
It's like they're literally giving them out. Or you can have the bending the name. You can be selling those things that you throw at the wall, they sliver down.
At Dover?
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm a trained carpenter.
Right. Can you write really small on a piece of rice?
I could try.
Could you write those names on a piece of rice?
I could try.
It's quite tricky, but
what about the rest of your family? Well, that one's only 2, but he could be trained. He's got smaller fingers.
Okay. Do you want to sell some knocked-off perfume? How about that?
Again, we'd like to apologise for any inadvertent racism. suggestion that Lady Diana was killed by flower companies, or that Steve makes a habit of stealing from cash points.
What about
XFM 104.9.
a picture of Rick Waller on the front of the bargain bucket?
Red Hot Chili Peppers, universally speaking, on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Steve Merchant, and of course, Karl Pilkington. Now, people come up to me and they say, "Is Karl for real?" And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, they want to say, is he that stupid?" And the answer is yes, right? Some people think that he's putting it on. Some people think that he's a character that we've invented, like we've got an actor in, like he's a Gareth Keenan or a Tim or something. And I go,
that we've scripted.
Exactly, yeah. No, he's absolutely real, aren't you, Karl? I go, where did he come from? Well, just to tell the story, we came here, I was much too important to run the desk myself this time round, so they just gave us a tea-boy.
Steve came in with you, I remember that.
yeah. Why do you remember that?
Well, Steve knows, I don't want to keep going over it, but it's just the way he looks. It's just
Were you taken aback?
A little bit.
Yeah. Right. And he's just developed into my favourite thing. I also say that you get bored with, like, you know, battling tops or, you know, pets sometimes. I mean, I love my cat, but he's not as, you know,
Colin.
my cat. Yeah.
Colin.
Actually, Carl's away next week. Is he available to run the desk?
Well, he's actually not as intelligent as Karl, and that's the truth. He's not, you know.
Well,
he's
marginally.
Yeah, and then in the week, he's like one of those little Tamagotchi toys, Karl, because I have to phone him every day and keep his interest up.
Yeah.
Like I'd give him an interesting fact. And I got a book out and I found out I'd call Karl like that. And I thought this was a great fact, right? A 2-day-old gazelle can run faster than a racehorse. Right? I thought that was incredible.
Sure.
Okay. So I phoned him up, I said, a 2-day-old gazelle can run faster than a racehorse. He went, what does it do after that? I went, what? He said, well, how fast does it run when it's adult? I went, well, even faster. He went, oh, I thought we could just do it then, but then it sort of lost it. I went, what are you talking about? I went, you know, that's incredible. A 2-day-old gazelle can run... He went, well, no, that's what they do. I went, what? He went, that's what they do, isn't it? I went, what do you mean? It's 2 days old, right? He went, yeah, but a 1-day-old fly can fly. I'm 30 and I can't fly. It's not what I do, right? And I went, right. He went, a jellyfish can hold its breath underwater for hours. I went, it doesn't hold its breath, does it? It hasn't got lungs. So he went, what? I know I had him. He went, what do you mean? I said, well, they don't breathe, do they? What do they do? I went, well, they get oxygen directly from the water via osmosis straight into their cells. And it just went quiet. And I went, a 2-day-old gazelle? And he went, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
He's just thinking about the jellyfish.
Yeah.
Well, he was looking up osmosis, and then he was thinking about the jellyfish.
But I just think, I mean, if Bambi's anything to go by, this little gazelle spends a whole day trying to stand, and the next day it enters the derby. And you don't think that's incredible?
No. See, you know the sort of things I find incredible?
Go on.
Mirrors. Shiny objects.
Kettles. Yeah. Oh, God.
Well, listen, remember the time when I tell you about the baby that had a baby?
The baby that had a baby.
The baby that had a baby?
Yeah.
It's happened again.
No, it hasn't.
Well, it didn't happen the first time.
It was in the papers, I think, on Monday, in all the tabloids.
So it's a twin where one has grown and the other one is still at a fetal level.
No, it wasn't, though. It had grown. He was saying to his mum...
who was saying to his mum?
The little kid who was 7 years old. And he kept saying... Yeah, he was pregnant.
And he was pregnant?
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean?
And he was saying to his mum, oh, God, I don't feel well. And, like, his belly was all swollen, and they thought he'd just been eating cake or whatever. And he was saying, I can feel something moving about, and they were like, stop messing about, there's nothing wrong with you. Eventually, I think he was in gym at school.
In gym? What, Jim was pregnant with him? Oh, no, he was like a Russian doll.
He was at school, right? Just about to do sit-ups or whatever they do at school, right?
Yeah.
And
flew out across the room.
Teacher goes, yeah, you're a bit fat.
You look a bit pregnant.
And so best took to the doctors, took him, said, you're 7 years pregnant, or something like that.
What you
What? Or something like that?
You're 7 years pregnant.
Or something like that.
You say to the doctor, Carl, why don't you think about what you say before you say it?
See the reaction I get? Now, the gazelle, I didn't get excited like that.
7 years pregnant.
Send it in. If someone's online at the moment, just having a look around, it happened on Monday or Tuesday. Because I told you at the pub quiz, didn't I, Steve? I said to you, I know the baby's had a baby.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah. whatever.
Well, I just thought you were talking nonsense as ever.
Well, we'll find out.
You're 7 years pregnant.
Yeah.
You're a fool. Play a record.
Well, we've still got stuff coming up.
Monkey news?
Rockbusters answers. We'll have to get that out of the way soon because we've got
What
to
else
get out
there?
there.
Have we got a cheeky freak of the week?
Yeah.
Brilliant. America by Simon & Garfunkel on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, and I understand I'm about to read my words, Steve.
Well, once again, there's always someone, and it looks like it's Mike Lamb who has come to Carl's rescue.
Lambo's let me down then.
Doctors have removed a 4-pound baby boy from the stomach of his 7-year-old twin brother. Alan Jan Niamatilev was born with the freak fetus growing inside him. For 7 years, it lived like a parasite until a school doctor became alarmed about Alan Jan's bulging tummy and took him to hospital. Surgeons who gave him a scan operated immediately, unaware that the baby was attached to the boy's blood vessels and still alive. They saved Alan Jan from certain death, but knew the 8-inch fetus was doomed. So there we are. Boy pregnant with his own twin brother by Barbara Davis. That was in the Mirror, apparently. So I've read on and all the facts are right. They took him to school, the parents didn't realise.
And that isn't even this week's Freak of the Week.
I mean, that's still to
free.
come.
You've got that, you can have that.
That's the free freak of the week.
Free freak.
That's a giveaway. That's like 13.5% extra.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you might get with hairspray or something. So that, I mean, if that's just the throwaway freak of the week, there are 2 freaks of the weeks there. If those 2 are free, I can't wait to see what the actual freak of the week is that people are paying for. It's incredible, Carl.
I'll tell you what, something else you can have for free.
Go on.
Another sort of freaky thing, right? I was watching this programme in the week. Right?
What?
I don't know what it was. But it was about... I just saw this little fella on it, right?
What do you mean, little fella?
He was doing this history thing.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So is this that he's found out that a Viking was a bit like him?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
He was boneless or something, or he's...
Well, that's the weird thing. What do you think of that, Steve?
He's what? He's boneless?
No, he was called Harry the Boneless something.
Yeah, you know you're going to get there, don't you? That's what I mean. Always have a name, Elephant Man, you know. Harry the Boneless. Where is he? You know what I mean?
I'm meeting someone, waiter. What's his name? He's called Harry the Boneless. He's over there flapping around. Yeah. He's over there in the bucket, having noodles.
That's what I mean. But... do you reckon you could do that? Do you reckon you could have your bones taken out?
Talking to him! He's brilliant! It's like talking to a 5-year-old.
I was asking Suzanne when she was watching it, and she was like, ask me later.
Yeah, brilliant.
She wanted to know about...
What did you said? You were watching this programme about history, right, about Vikings.
Like
you turned to your girlfriend and said, do you reckon you could have your bones taken out? Yeah. I love that. That is why you are my favourite.
What do you mean you think you can have your bones taken out? Firstly, why would you have your bones taken out?
If you've only got a small flat or something, and there isn't much room, right? And what I mean is, would all your organs still do the stuff?
No, they wouldn't.
You'd just be mush.
Listen, I'll teach you something now, right? The skeleton, right? Spam, yeah? Support, movement, anchorage. No, support, protection, anchorage, movement. Spam. That's what the bones do. Yeah? You couldn't stand up. You wouldn't be protected because they protect us rib cage, skull, of course. Anchorage, everything holds onto it. Every muscle is tethered to pull against something, like a crane, a pulley system, so you wouldn't be able to move at all. Do you know what I mean? So you'd be in a bucket. There'd be nothing. You'd die immediately, obviously. No, you can't have your bones taken out, Carl. I mean, why do you need to ask that question?
Sorry, but Boneless Bob, or whatever his name was, Harry the Boneless, he presumably didn't have any bones. I mean, that's why he had that name.
Obviously. No, he did.
No, he's got the name.
Yeah, exactly. No, he was just...
I've had an email in from Graham, old Ken Rowe. He just says, I had a dream about Carl last night. Can I sue? I've no idea what he looks like apart from the boldness, and yet he turns up in the middle of my dream. I don't need this, it's harassment.
Yeah.
But people are having dreams about you now, Carl. You actually, it's like you're one of the, something that was created by the Brothers Grimm.
I had a dream. You know when people used to have anxiety dreams, they had like an exam or something, like you suddenly go to school and you realised, oh my God, you didn't have your trousers on, or I had an anxiety dream. I assume we started off with an anxiety dream about The Office, about filming The Office, and we had to film in HMV, but someone hadn't cleared it, and so we had to find an R price. And I went, oh, okay, that'll do. And as I was walking there, right, I didn't have any shoes on, which is like an anxiety dream, but I looked down and I went, so what?
Yeah.
So I'm so lazy now. I think even anxiety dreams don't kick into me.
I'm not sure that's true. I think that's just a memory. I wouldn't be at all surprised if you
turned up when we filmed The Office.
Yeah, with no shoes.
We don't need shoes.
When we were originally doing the pilot for the very first series, obviously Ricky's the main character. He's in it all the time. It's obviously important. It's our big chance to get something made for TV. It's going to launch our careers. And I turn up on the Monday. He's twisted his ankle. He has to be wheeled around in a wheelchair because he went out jogging, stepped on a tin can in the street and fell over.
Who left that there?
Like a 40-year-old man with brittle bone disease. He just twisted his ankle and he was out of action. It was pathetic.
Yeah, that was the pilot.
Absolutely pathetic.
But I still turned up, Carl. That's the sort of trooper I am.
Well, yeah, but you moaned the whole week.
Well,
Well,
I didn't like him to go around in a wheelchair, did I? It's not pleasant, but in a weird way, it taught me all the problems.
do you have anxiety dreams, Carl? Do you ever lie awake worrying about stuff?
Because I have a lot going on in my head.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
What do you do? Rent it out to people?
Is it two monkeys swinging in a tie at the moment?
Yeah.
I just don't have that many dreams.
No.
I love that. I love the fact you don't have that many dreams. We haven't had a decent night's sleep till you're 14, according to you.
12.
Really?
Yeah, so...
I know what you meant. I know what you mean, though, now, when sometimes you're so tired, because I'd forgotten that. You're so tired, and you think, well, I'm so glad I don't have to go out tonight. I'm going to go and just lay on the couch and then go to bed. Yeah.
Have you had one, Steve?
Anxiety dreams, I do have them periodically, yeah. It used to be a lot of, things like running to get to school in time, but, suddenly your feet are running a treacle and you can hear the school bell. And
I haven't had them for years. I just haven't had an anxiety dream for years and years and years. Don't know. I just don't care.
No, you just genuinely don't care about it. This is the problem. You've just got to the point now where nothing bothers you. Really. It's like you're just too lazy and disinterested in anything. This show, your career, my career, Carl.
No, I'll never give up on Carl. So, Carl, so this little Harry the Boneless, what was your point? Was that really your point? You wondered if you could live without bones?
Yeah, I saw the little fella on this programme.
The presenter?
Yeah. And he was a small fella, and he was talking about Harry the Boneless. And I thought, that's interesting little bit of science stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's about it on him, really.
All right, well, that's just another bonus cheeky freak of the week, isn't it?
That's not even the freak of the week either.
No.
That's still to come.
So you've had a pregnant Siamese twin.
No, it's been mad.
You've had a boneless fella and another fella talking about him. They're not even involved in freak of the week.
No.
This is getting mad.
Let's play a record. Let's have cheeky freak of the week afterwards, shall we?
Yeah.
Current single from Nick Cave.
Can we do Monkey News first?
I'd rather have cheeky freak of the week. Nick Cave and the band Seeds, He Wants You.
Brilliant. Yeah. So, Carl, off you go.
Well, we're not going to do Freak of the Week here.
Okay.
Right? Because we've done quite a bit of that in the last 20 minutes.
We've
right?
OD'd on freaks, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll just shift it a little bit.
Okay.
I don't like to keep saying, don't want people to be thinking we're sort of taking the mick out of anyone.
No.
Right? Because we're not about that. I feel like I can do a little bit of it because I work with you, Steve.
Yeah. Sure.
It gives me that right.
It's like a care worker. Yeah, I understand.
Well, it's like that thing of you can't be homophobic because I've got a couple of gay mates and stuff.
Sure.
I think it sort of gives me that edge.
Yeah.
Right?
So you're not freakophobic because you work with Steve?
No, that's right, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
Well, by that token, I should be able to sort of slag off, the mentally ill.
What do you mean?
At least mentally handicapped.
Now, there's a term you don't hear very often. In 2003, the mentally
handicapped. Isn't that what it was?
I don't know where to start.
But I'd
like to apologise for the Lady Diana stuff, the term mentally handicapped, and any inadvertent racism that we may have stumbled over.
What's the actual term then? Is it retard?
Right, come on now.
Oh, chimpanzee that!
Monkey news, earlier than usual.
I'll have to save this link now. Monkey News. We've done a lot of stuff, right, on monkeys. And most of it has been...
It's bollocks.
No, has been like happy stories.
Oh, is this going to be like our tune? Our monkey tune. Simon Bates, and welcome to our monkey tune.
No, but do you know what I mean? We've done stuff about a monkey that robbed a bank.
Yeah. Why is that happy?
He had a great life after that. Right?
What, in Marbella?
Yeah. Right, we did the one who saved someone's handbag in a railway station.
We've had a lovely marriage, couple of marriages.
Couple of monkey marriages.
Yeah,
There was the one who got a job in a railway station.
Yeah, the hairdresser.
The one who set up a business in Spain.
I don't even remember that one. Oh yeah, I'm willing to believe that happened. Go on then, Carl.
But anyway, yeah. So today's isn't that happy really? It's about some monkey. I think it was a chimp.
Who's an ape? Go on.
It tried to. I mean, the story sets off at a sort of a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's something about he went to Russia to do some business.
What are you talking about, Carl?
It jumped past that bit though. It didn't start there.
What?
Do you know what I mean? It didn't tell you what he was doing. It just said, "There's this monkey went to Russia
to do some business,
do some stuff, bit of monkey business." And anyway, didn't work out.
So they were furious. We wanted a surgeon. You send us a monkey.
Anyway, ended up being homeless.
Oh no!
It's always taking it over the worst.
What? Couldn't even get into like a tree hostel or anything like that.
That's the problem. And
God.
ended up homeless. Got in with some tramps.
I don't know where to start.
Come on.
Yeah, so he's knocking about with some tramps and stuff. Share and drink and what have you around a little fire. They broke into some home, not sort of squatted.
Right, so
into
not
the flat.
homeless anymore.
Problem was, he had a roof over his little area head.
Yeah.
And he goes, this is good. This is, we're having a good time. This is sorting me out.
Yeah.
He had his
He said
mates.
that in Russian.
What was he eating?
I don't know. It didn't say. But they're in this house.
Well, he could only be eating sort of like fruit, nuts, vegetables. They classically sort of don't eat pork pies and.
But they've got
drink
McDonald's
coffee.
in Moscow now, so
Sure.
he probably turned down on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was a bust. There was a bust in the flat that they were squatting in. All the other tramps sort of knew what was going on, legged it, left little chimp sat there, got arrested. And they thought it was a real fella at first. They were like, get him, he's obviously just a scruffy bloke who hasn't had a shave and stuff.
Yeah.
Hasn't shaved his back for a while.
Or his face. His head.
Got him down the station. And the boss was like, what's going on here? I've got a monkey here. He was like, what? So you arrested the monkey?
Well, so the arresting officers hadn't noticed all the way to the station that he kept slipping out of the handcuffs and was going for the entire journey. They didn't notice till they got there. What, did they put a hood over his head maybe and just like,
I don't know. I'll give you the story if you want. There's the headline.
What is it? What's the headline, Steve? I don't want to see it, but...
The headline, this is once again from supposedly reputable news organisation Ananova, homeless monkey arrested in Russia.
Did you read on, or did you see the headline and make up that whole story?
Most of it is there.
What isn't there? What bit isn't there then?
No, I think Steve can have a look over it, check it out and stuff.
Point out the embellishment for me, Steve, will you?
Well, what it doesn't say is that the police didn't realise it was a monkey.
That's what I was guessing. Really? That they got it back. They said, "What you done? We've got a monkey," and they go, "Yeah." Oh God.
There's some more monkey problems in the week. Have you seen the Alfords advert the monkey's in?
No.
There's a new advert out for Alfords selling bikes and stuff.
Yeah.
Got some monkeys in it. It's caused an uproar.
Why?
People are saying it's dressing them up in tracksuits and that is
Taking the mickey out of Manchester.
It's, you know, it's not nice for the animals and that. So there's been loads of
Well, they
complaints
get a free
about
bike or something, do they, I imagine?
I think they kept the tracksuit.
Yeah.
Shall I record
that's the
after
thing,
this
though.
cheeky freak of the week?
No, I'm just saying we're not doing this to sort of, again, take the mickey out of the animals and stuff. These are true stories and that. But yeah, coming next, Freak of the Week.
Kings of Leon, Red Morning Light on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and little Karl Pilkington. It's getting exciting because it's a special time of the week where he gets to talk about a cheeky freak of the week.
Well, just get Rockbusters out of the way, right? Because I've got to put these prizes in their post bag now because I'm shooting off.
Yeah, because you've got to go early. So I don't know how you do your job. You went to Manchester, you went to Madeira, you had a day off because your trousers were wet and you had a cold, and now you're shooting down to Cornwall, you're leaving early. How do you get your work done? And you've got one job. Me and Steve have got loads of things to do.
I'm fast at my work. Like I said, the prize is ready and packed up. Here. No one's been affected by me shooting off early. Right?
Okay.
So, Rockbusters answers, got to get them out of the way a bit earlier. Right? So, there they are. First one. He's got American coins all the way down his spine.
Yeah.
Why would that be? Right? Initial was N.
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
I got all these this week.
Right. Second one, Jeremy Beadle has got arthritis. What's going on there?
Stiff little fingers.
SLF, stiff little fingers.
Yeah.
And the third one, Foxy, Shipman, and...
No, and a country and western singer, you said. Now, what's the initial?
SD.
Yeah, so Spin Doctors, yeah, I got that. And then I said to you, why is it a country and western singer? And you said Dr. Hook. Why is it Dr. Hook? Why does that give anyone the clue Dr. Hook? A country and western singer?
It's just what was in my mind.
Well, there we are.
There you go. So we'll change this to Rockbusters, or what am I thinking? You could have had Dre.
What's in my mind? You could have had And the Medics. All right? Just think it through.
Who's the winner?
The winner, very lucky, Sandra Cassidy of Leon C. She gets all those great prizes. You know, we've actually had people emailing in saying this is the worst Rockbusters ever because it was too easy, it was boring. This is just, don't shoot the messenger.
Oh,
Other
dear.
people saying it really has run its course. Some people genuinely agree.
Oh, Carl, this must hurt, mate.
Stinging attacks on you. Some people just slagging you off generally, saying that you whinge all the time.
Looks like Steve was right when he sort of like poo-poos your ideas.
So
when he wheezes on your bonfire.
Someone else, I swear to God, someone else emailed in and said, don't bother sending me the prizes, take them to a charity shop or pawn them, give me the money, I'd rather have it. So I don't know what to say, Carl. I just wonder if it really has run its course now.
All right, well, we'll see what you come up with next week then. Let's see what you do. Let's see what you come in with.
Sure.
Yeah. 5-1. I'm guessing you'll be popping in with another hip-hop track full of effing and jeffing.
Well, I won't bring it into you, I'll do it myself at home. Obviously you can't cope.
Oh, dear.
Are you actually going to be here next week, or are you still going to be in Cornwall?
No, you see, there again, I'll be back in time. And in the week, when I go to, Cornwall, to see the Monkey World...
Yeah, you're 2 days past the Monkey World.
That still work.
Still work? What?
What, you're going to interview some of the monkeys? Get some stories?
I love that. You were going, could a monkey live without bones? And so I'm going, Carl, shut please, just look at the monkeys and eat your ice cream. And that's work, is it? Right, are we having Cheeky Freak of the Week?
Do you want to do it?
What time have you got short?
Could do with shooting off sort of soonish.
Okay.
To be honest.
This is not radio. Have you ever heard that on a radio show? Chris Tarrant going, I got a show up right now. I couldn't get a later train.
I know! Why did you get a later train? There isn't a later train. So I couldn't get to Cornwall tonight if I had to. If I had to finish this show, I couldn't possibly get to Cornwall.
Rubbish. Of course there's a later train.
Oh, I've booked it now anyway.
Right, well that's the point, isn't it? Yeah, you're not thought it through.
Whatever. I don't think the show's lost anything. I think we've still had the, Freak of the Week's coming up now.
Oh, cheeky Freak of the Week.
Right, well, we've had some interesting things we've been looking at. This week, it's about the strangest couple that ever got married.
and we've had 2 sets of chimps, so it's stranger than that. Oh, it's not Dale Whitton and Nell McAndrew,
It's not your parents, is it?
Well, we're going back again to about, I think this is about 19...
Something like that.
1940.
Yeah, whatever.
Strangest couple, a fella, right? He had skin of a lizard.
He had the skin of a lizard, okay.
And the woman who he
Which he
married...
used as a condom.
The woman who he married, airiest woman ever.
Right.
And that was their act. They used to tour the world, and they'd say, it's like, a couple who've met, having a great life. Let's get them out on stage, here they are. And they'd
What do you mean he had the skin of a lizard, first of all?
That's what he said. He had some sort of some illness.
So he was called Lizard Man, and you like that because it was good description.
I thought that's good.
I'm here, hello, we booked a table for 2. Who are you meeting? I'm meeting Lizard Man. Oh, he's over there.
Yeah.
You know who he is, right?
Yeah.
I'm meeting the hairiest woman in the world. She's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did they do for their act?
Bear in mind that we had some Siamese twins last week, and their act was having a bath.
yeah.
So I hope it's an improvement on that.
What did Lizard Man? He came out and ate some flies, did he?
I don't really know. I just think they stood there and that.
Yeah, when you read this and it goes the most interesting fact ever, Lizard Man, and you go, that's enough. That's enough. I can extrapolate from that.
Straight away, I'm thinking, right. I wonder if they got the wedding photos. And then, like it said that they had a kid.
Oh, what would that be like?
Exactly.
It'd be like an ostrich, wouldn't it? It would sort of like...
That's what I was thinking.
What did you think it would come out like, the baby?
I didn't think what that looked like. I just was thinking, parents' evening.
You would want them coming up to the school, wouldn't you?
So little Johnny, who starts off relatively normal, he's quite good at, he's good at nature, isn't he? And his mum and dad come into the room and they'd be looking around, wouldn't they?
Well, it's always like that thing at school when, like, you find out your mate's mum and dad are really old.
Right,
Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
When you go, your gran and granddad bought you?
Yeah.
Mum and dad.
Yeah.
And you go,
It is weird.
What was that we're talking about? He calls him mum. What was that? Oh, sorry.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
no,
like-
that's always strange. If you had Godzilla and King Kong as your parents, and they're
always fighting.
They're always fighting, and like you say, you're in a school play or something. You wouldn't tell them, would you? You wouldn't want them coming up with a video camera.
He didn't tell his parents he was in the...
Well, exactly.
You did Little Donkey, you didn't tell your dad, did you? And he came along and videoed it.
Yeah.
Was
kept
that...
it quiet, don't want them to know anything.
But you didn't... What was it was meant to be playing? You had a little drum, didn't you?
Yeah, I was doing, I had a little drum. I think I was meant to be playing We Three Kings.
Yeah.
But he started doing Little Donkey and I thought, I can add a touch to this.
Sure, you improvised.
Started playing along
It was like the
with
first remix, wasn't it?
It went down well. But yeah, that's all I was thinking with the Freak of the Week this week. That's what I'm saying about Freak of the Week. It's to get people thinking, right? Thinking how lucky they are. That, they don't have to...
Comb their face. What are you talking about? What do you mean, Freak of the Week is to let people know how lucky they are?
Just...
What about the little freak you're talking about? What are they thinking? They're going, oh, he's talking about me. I'm a little hairy lizard man on a stick.
Pop in, give us a call. That's what I'd like to do on a TV programme. That's what I want to do. I want to go and meet these people and say, right, let's just go shopping. We'll film what your normal day's like.
Yeah.
Let's pop out, nip into Sainsbury's or whatever.
Yeah.
Buy a comb.
Park right up close to it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what you're saying is you just want to get a little message out there, which is that there's always someone worse off than you.
Well, there's proof of that in this room. You know what I mean?
Carl, when's your train?
In a minute, I'm going to get going now. I'll see you later.
Thanks, Carl.
Brilliant. What are you playing? You play a song?
Kirsty McCall.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Cheers.
Kirsty McCall, New England. Karl Pilkington has left the building. He's rushed away. He's on his way down to Cornwall. And we're left by ourselves.
Indeed.
In the room. See, if we can do this...
If we can press all the buttons and not make any mistakes, strictly speaking, there's no need for Carl.
I don't mind if we make mistakes.
Well, no,
We
exactly.
never worried in the old days.
No, sure.
I think Carl is going to love
Cornwall. Because I think, one, the mayor is probably an animal.
Yes.
And I imagine the townsfolk think like Karl.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I imagine he'll stay there. He'll be made king.
Have you ever seen Return of the Jedi? In Return of the Jedi, the Ewoks, the little furry creatures, they see C-3PO, and because he can talk and he can speak their language, they actually elevate him to godlike status.
What are you doing here?
Hooray!
He's back. Oh,
What are you doing?
You're going to stay till the end.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Right.
Right, well, there he is. He's on his way.
Yeah, if you were listening online in Cornwall, I mean, I can't imagine that's ever going to happen. But, you know,
on a clothesline with a bean tin at one end and a big bean tin in London. Or if I'm cool in London.
Yeah, or if the foil helmet you wear to fend off laser rays from aliens out of space are somehow picking up the show, then Karl's on his way. Look forward to it.
Because he's got a sort of like, you know, the obligatory sort of red face that would go well down there now. Because I think he's been out in the sun, or he was... pre-boiled when he came in, but he's rushing down to Cornwall now, going from Paddington Station. So if you're in the Paddington Station area, you want to pop down there and sort of wave him off, then do. Yeah. Don't be afraid. That's not a dirty section act. Wave him off. Yeah, I'd love to wave him off. And call in the week as well. Karl.Pilkington@xfm.co.uk. Send him anything. Just clog up his email. Yeah. I mean, because he gets stressed at work. So if you can send him 3 or 4 emails each over the next week, so he's got to read them all, but disguise them, don't make them look rubbish, so at least he's got to sort of open them and look at them, or some of them might be correspondence, so he will just phone his line as well, just ask for XFM, ask Karl, and leave long messages on his voicemail. So if you can just for us, just for me and Steve, remember it is mine and Steve's show. Karl is merely like the icing on the cake. If Karl can come back maybe next Friday or Saturday or Monday, whenever he comes back, to about 250 emails and 200 voicemail messages. If you put down, when it says what's the name of the message, the title of the message, if you put monkey news or monkey information, he'll have to open it then because he'll be intrigued, even if it's not about monkeys. Yeah. Do that anyway. Voicemail messages, leave them long. I like this information, disguise it, so it might be important. Just so he has to listen through. I wish I could give his own mobile out, but that is just too cruel. But anyone can get him at XFM, and of course we've given out his email before, so I mean, go mental. There are plenty of ways to torture Karl Pilkington. I mean, we're doing all we can on a Saturday, but we're only 2 people. But we're only 2 men. You know what I mean? So listen, go berserk. We'll be back next Saturday, and we'll leave with song for the lovers, song for the ladies, whatever. It's a beautiful track. A song for the sunshine. Song for the sunshine. It's Lily White by Cat Stevens. And we've done it. We don't need Karl. Definitely not. See you next week, Rick. Bye.
Well, there's the darkness. They believe in a thing called love. Karl, do you? This is XFM 104.9. That's my favourite band at the moment. You love them? I absolutely love them. I think they're funny. I think they're straight down the line with a little bit of tongue-in-cheek. Brilliant. See them on Jules Holland last night? I didn't, sadly, no. Brilliant. Were they good? Absolutely jump. I mean, Jules didn't know what to do. was he playing some Boogie Woogie? They wouldn't let him play Boogie Woogie over their song. That's why he stayed back. But I can't imagine it was very good. He shook that. I'm surprised you say they were good. It was still I thought, oh, this is missing something. Yeah. This is missing someone from Squeeze vamping over them. Exactly. But they did well without him. Extraordinary. There we are. Then we're back. XFM 104.9. Karl had to leave early last week, but you can stay to the end this week, mate. Or you don't need another holiday. Oh, he started already. I mean, Steve's made you look like a bit of a twat already, and it's only 1:05.
But the only reason you don't go on holiday is because you have to spend money.
Oh, he's gone straight back. Well, he's gone straight back.
I can't come back to that.
Oh,
it's just dynamite. It's just absolute. That was.
Oh, the last holiday Steve had, he sort of found a third world country so he could live like a king for a week. It was Cuba, wasn't it?
Going to Cuba, amazing. You can almost rule the place. If it weren't for Castro, I'd have been in charge. Kind of cash I was flashing around. They do anything for $1 over there. It's extraordinary, literally. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. Oh,
definitely. And I went to Kenya before that.
So he thought to the prostitute, said no. You were going.
Well, it was $2. I mean, I'm not made of money.
Did you have a good holiday, Karl?
It was alright. It's alright. Went down to Cornwall.
Now
Tell
you're
you what,
going to the monkey
there's a lot of
sanctuary.
people down there, Steve.
Well, don't look at me, I'm not from Cornwall.
Well, you're from that sort of area.
Well, not really, but never
Genetically, he means.
Right.
They're weird.
Well, you must have slotted right in.
What are they weird? What do they look like?
It's all sort of odd people. A lot of old people, but not just old, sort of messed up old.
What do you mean messed up old? You can't just say that. There's
There was a woman with a funny neck.
Okay, in what way was it funny?
Why did she have a funny neck? If you were writing an essay, you wouldn't say there was this woman with a funny neck. How would you describe it?
She sort of had her head like pointed down all the time. Like,
Don't do it. This is radio.
no, but just for you. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, right. No, brilliant.
I don't know. I was saying to Suzanne, what happened? You know, what do you think?
Because Suzanne knows everything. That's the good thing about her being with you. You just ask her, what happened to her? And Suzanne goes, Carl, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been here before.
Suzanne, your girlfriend, or mummy as you call her.
Oh, sparks are flying.
I got a little bit of chocolate, can you just lick a tissue and wipe it off?
Oh,
Well, she said it might have been like, because back in the olden days they carried stuff on the...
the olden
What
days.
do you mean the olden days?
This woman was probably what, 50?
No, she looked about 70.
Yeah.
But like I do on Cheeky Freak of the Week, right, I always turn it round and we get like something good out
Something
of it.
positive, yeah.
I said to Suzanne, bet she finds a lot of money.
Always staring at the ground, yeah.
Oh,
Always-
dear.
always
Oh, so you're
Maybe
back?
she just had new shoes and she was admiring them.
Yeah.
Did you think of that? Before you point the finger and judge?
Or a necklace was too heavy.
Exactly.
So you're back refreshed. So what have we got for this week? Have we sort of, because we didn't meet last night, which we usually meet
No,
sort of
I
Friday.
called you and said it'd be good if we could, you know, I wasn't getting back into London.
Well, I was up
until
for it, I was up for it.
past 7,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but we all need to be there. It's not
Yeah.
good just me and you being there.
Yeah. So yeah.
No, you're right. I mean, you're absolutely right that I wasn't there, yeah, because I wasn't willing to just be governed by your particular schedule. You want to jet back in from another of your holidays
It wasn't
at
a holiday.
8 o'clock.
It wasn't a holiday though.
Well, so what? You
What do
were
you mean?
out of town.
What do you mean it wasn't a holiday? What was it?
It was a treat on it from my mum and dad. So it wasn't a holiday.
What? So you didn't enjoy the 5 days off? You'd rather have been here moaning 8 hours a day, 7 hours a day.
You see, we said last week that you're always whinging. Here you are whinging now.
And you're saying it's not even a holiday. You're saying it's not even a holiday. What was it then?
Would like a nurse who take sick children to Florida, would they say having a great holiday?
Sorry, what particular ailment did your parents have for the week that they had to fly in Karl Pilkington, MD?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
All right, it was a holiday.
Well then, good. Now some honesty, now some truth.
So you came back from holiday, you wanted to start back to work straight away, Steve couldn't be bothered to meet. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
So we've got nothing prepared for this.
Well, you can rely on Rockbusters. Right, that's
We've
coming
got
up.
nothing.
Monkey News.
Even though you were away, you were still working.
Still doing stuff.
Did you go to the monkey sanctuary?
I'll tell you about that.
Tell us
mate.
about it.
Play a record.
All right. Do you want? Let's smash and put.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah,
an old
yeah.
classic
Yeah.
from them, Cherub Rock.
Yeah.
Smashing Pumpkins, Cherub Rock. That, of course, Rick, is available on their greatest hits,
Brilliant.
if you want.
I mean, that's how I rock. So
Yeah.
I know they. I'm very much the shape of a cherub as well.
Well, indeed, indeed.
Naked with a couple of
And a rosy big arse.
and a trumpet.
Yeah.
Do they have trumpets?
I don't know. I've just an email here. Monkey News
Yeah.
from a listener. Monkey spotted holidaying in Cornwall. A chimp was spotted holidaying in Cornwall last week after befriending a family of 3. One onlooker said, "It was incredible. He dressed and behaved exactly like a human being. He even settled the hotel bill at the end of their stay. The only telltale sign was his lack of table manners and the incoherent babble when he opened his mouth." There we are. So,
Well, we do that, Carl.
that's the listeners, Carl. That's Joanne.
Amusing, articulate, accurate. She remembered exactly who's there and everything, sitting in the bill. It's all there. So I mean, even though people think that you're slightly simian, slightly less than human on the evolutionary ladder, they do listen to you. So I mean, I don't know who's more stupid in the end, you or the listeners.
Well, you may recall, Rick, that at the end of last week when Carl had to shoot off early, we issued a little request for listeners just to bombard Carl's email with just pointless emails that really weren't about anything, just to clog up his email for when he returned.
Yeah.
Rick, they sent them all to us.
Brilliant.
I mean, that's the kind of listeners that we've got. We've got reams here on our email of just junk.
I mean, it's like a Marx Brothers plot, isn't it? I mean,
It's
just
ludicrous.
listen.
Listen to what we say.
I got one about a shaved cat. Well, that's not pointless. I'll be reading that later. I'm happy.
That'll keep you going for a couple of weeks.
I'll be reading that later.
Did you get to the monkey sanctuary? Because this was the big thing. You were going into Cornwall, you were going to visit the monkey sanctuary. I've never seen someone more excited. You had 2 days put aside for the monkey sanctuary. How did it go, Monkey World?
We were on our way, right? I found like a little, in the little cottage that we had, right? It's like a little folder, you know, with little leaflets in saying if you're into mountains, you want to go here.
Yeah.
If you're into castles and that. Little monkey on the leaflet, right? So I thought, I'll be needing that. Took that out, made sure that's safe and that, right? We get in the car, getting ready to go. My dad says, where is it? I look on the back. It's in a place called Low or something like that, right? So we're on our way. Can't believe me luck. It's going to be a great day and all that.
Yeah.
And then start looking at the leaflet, right? And noticed didn't have any chimps there.
Yeah, it's not Monkey World.
It wasn't a monkey world.
Well, what was it called then?
Something like
Monkey Town.
yeah, it was just it had like woolly monkeys in it. That's what.
It had what?
Woolly monkeys.
What are woolly monkeys?
Those things that Johnny Vegas off the advert. Right. To them, they're dumped now since ITV Digital went under, so they just put them in a cage.
I don't understand.
They're woolly. They're like they're sort of like little fluffy little baboon type things, woolly monkeys. I mean, it's not your chimp. It's not your classic chimpanzee.
So did the car screech to a halt?
It was like it was like the mission in Armageddon. As you said, abort. We were on the way back.
So how far had you got before you bothered to read the leaflet?
Probably about 5 miles away from where we were.
So what did you do with yourself? You must have been distraught.
They
broke down and then they heard banjo music.
No, I went to a sort of an amusement place.
Arcade.
I'd love to see you in that. What with putting those coins in, so it has to roll down and they go flat and then an arm pushes them.
It was one of them.
Really?
Well,
I spent years on that when I was little.
Well, there's a new one. I can't be bothered explaining it, but it's a con. We went to this place, right? My mum and dad had been there before. They said, you'll love it. It's brilliant. It's got like a war bit in it.
A war bit, right?
Yeah, like, because they know I'm into tanks and stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll be loving that.
So, sorry, I didn't know you were in tanks. No.
Well, they're all right.
Brilliant. It's gone from one of his childhood passions to they're all right.
I know, yeah. Go on.
And, but it was awful. I mean, my mum and dad had been there before, and he said, "No, you'll love it." But it was like a really miserable day.
Sure.
All the rides and that were broke.
Yeah. Broke. It just reminds you of Manchester.
My dad just ended up, he was more interested, there was a really fat family there.
Well, presumably he was breaking into the machines, trying to scoop off the cash.
I like the fact that those poor fat family were going, why are those people looking at us?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to ride one?
No, but
we're not a ride.
They were massive, and he just like, look at the state of that. The whole family.
Yeah.
Just, fat.
Bloaters, yeah.
Oh, really?
No, but he doesn't, because fat, there's no need for it, is there? And he was really like, oh God. And then he wanted to follow them into the House of Mirrors to see what they look like. But my mum got bored. She went off to buy a little Snow White figure. She couldn't believe her luck. It was only $2.99.
Yeah.
She thought it was going to be really expensive.
Sure,
so she bought one then.
Yeah.
So she enjoyed that. And then my dad says, come on, we go in. It's rubbish, this.
What, the fat family wouldn't let him play with them?
So he just said on the way home, he said, I can safely say that I never want to go there again before I die. So that was that. And then we went home.
Why would he ever give you that information? In case it was like a secret birthday present. You go, oh God, what if they get me a trip to here? Or if he's in a coma and you go, I'll tell you what, bring him out of it.
That fat couple.
yeah.
By his bedside.
But Suzanne said she now realises why I am the way I am after spending like a week with them.
Well, they told her that they dropped you on your head as a kid, or?
No, just like, the way they act and that.
Right, yeah.
Then they were saying things like, Suzanne, so, why is the moon out at night in the seventh day? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God, there's 3 of them.
Suzanne, can you tie my shoelaces again?
It was the bit when my dad said, don't waste money on a coffin for him, just put him in a bin bag.
Your father said that? About himself?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm glad you mentioned that, because
That is great.
that gives me...
Coldplay, God Put a Smile Upon Your Face on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
Reading the paper yesterday, they were talking about the fact that Blair has been, I think, he's been in Greece discussing EU matters.
Oh, yeah.
And they used the old Trojan horse analogy
Yeah.
to say, you know, here's a particular policy and it seems like they're trying to sneak in some kind of dubious idea.
Disguised as something else.
Exactly. And it's always struck me, ever since I was first introduced to the Trojan horse theory, I never understood how it had come about. Do you know what I mean?
So Karl has got a frown on him, like a thing I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Karl, do you know what
Tony
the
Blair is the Prime Minister.
You know what the Trojan horse was?
Go on.
Have you come across
it was
this
the
before?
siege
Have
of...
you heard of it?
Wasn't it Ascot or anything? Go on.
Well, the Trojan horse, what happened was, it's a famous kind of Greek story about the fact that the Greeks...
In olden times,
yeah,
olden times,
olden
it is,
times, you know,
specifically.
the 70s.
Yeah.
The Greeks laid siege to Troy for 6 years.
Waiting.
Basically, things had got out of hand. I think the Trojans had done something with Helen, and someone else was annoyed. Anyway, it all got very complicated. It got out of hand, and the
You know, the
Greeks...
Helen, one with the mashed up face, because they used to use it to launch ships.
Anyway, the Greeks laid siege to Troy for 6 years, right, and they weren't getting anywhere. They were outside the gates, they were saying, let us in, they weren't, they were... Blah, blah, blah. So all they did was, they all disappeared, they
Well, they wanted to get in and kill everyone.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why they wouldn't be letting in.
But they couldn't get inside the city walls. So what they did was, they left as a gift for the Trojans, they left an enormous wooden horse. Okay? Brilliant.
Yeah, so I also got, Jane got me a few nice presents, including my favourite of all of them, a real bow and arrow.
A real bow and arrow.
Yeah.